Time for Divas football. Good evening. Tonight, the DC Divas play host to the Pittsburgh Passion. Welcome into Annandale High School, just outside of the nation's capital. Scott Jackson and Super Bowl champion Rick Doc Walker as we get you ready for a good one here. The 2-1 Divas against the 2-0 Pittsburgh Passion. Doc, Divas coming off a tough loss. Passion off of the bye week, and you know anytime the Passion come to town, it is always a tough challenge.
And when you come off a bye week and you're undefeated, you want to remain that way. Nothing's more important for a team that has pedigree is to get off to a great start.
Well, let's get to the ones to watch, starting with the Pittsburgh Passion. Their quarterback, Marcelina Chavez.
Wow. All I can say is that she defines what a dual threat really is. Killer on the ground, killer in the air. We've got to get pressure on her.
Meanwhile, for the Divas, Amanda Congialdi, she can certainly spin it, the lefty, trying to get into her strike zone tonight.
And she's just deceptive. When you watch her on the ground, you think she can't beat us. Oh, yes, she can. And she can really rip it.
Well, it should be a good one here tonight. Divas trying to bounce back, and the Passion trying to stay perfect. We got kickoff coming up straight ahead here. Stick with us on Divas YouTube. Back here at Annandale High School, getting ready for kickoff between the Divas and the Passion. As we get to the keys to the game, Divas will be kicking it first to Pittsburgh, so we'll get to see that Pittsburgh offense first, Doc. And as we look over there on the sideline, let's get to the Pittsburgh keys. They obviously want to run the football in these Divas.
And why wouldn't you? I mean, when you have a playmaker like Chavez at quarterback, you play to your strengths.
Of course, they try to minimize the big play, Congialdi, and the quick strike offense, but we're going to see, obviously, probably a heavy dose of Malarski and, of course, Chavez. And as we look at the keys for the Divas, obviously stopping that Pittsburgh run and trying to limit turnovers. That's been a bit of a problem in some of these games early on.
And it usually is, and that's a byproduct of early season nips.
Steam Pitter 602 bring us the keys to the game as we get ready. Christy Kelly kicking off tonight, Emily Smith, as we get ready and back to receive. For the Pittsburgh Passion, Meister back there and Harris. Here comes Kelly's kick. And it's a good one. End over end. She's a win behind her back, and Meister's going to take it. She's got the 20. Cuts the 25. Still trying to find a seam. Goes the outside. Gets taken down by the Divas at the 28-yard line. So some good tackling there on the Divas.
Yeah, great coverage.
As I believe that was Arzu. Narceska Arzu with the big tackle over there.
Great coverage. Don't give them a lane to cut back. And when you're the team that cannot afford to lose in a game at home, that's a great sign.
So the first time we'll see this Passion offense, and again, we talked about Marcelina Chavez in the open. She has 5 touchdowns rushing. There are 3 touchdowns rushing this year, 5 touchdown passes as well, so she could do it ground and air. And she is out of the gun. And there is the give. Going left side, fakes the end and around. And glided some space out here. He's got the 30, pushing towards the 35. And taken down is Chavez on the run. So a little misdirection there with the quarterback taking it.
And there was no contact, no opponent contact. But by the time Taylor gets to her, she's picked up 10, 12 yards. That's no good.
So second down coming up with they're going to mark her out at the 35. So a 7-yard run officially. And again, out of the shotgun hand. This time it's going to the right side, and the back is through the hole. Got some space, 50, 40. 30 being chased down by Ching Johnson. Johnson's going to hold her up and pull her down to the 20, but a big, big run from Malarski. Ellie Malarski, her first touch is a big one.
Boy, Ching Johnson, you talk about some jets. She just really came back and gave the Divas life.
47-yard run for Malarski on her first touch of the night.
Yeah, controlling the line of scrimmage. Just not a good enough effort up front by the Divas. Key Martin's got to give more effort.
Paladin coming here to the left side. She's waiting for a block. She's trying to cut back lane, but she's taken down. Van Voorhees with a good tackle there. Maybe a pickup of a yard or two at the most. So good defense that time by the Divas, setting the edge.
And when it's early on the season, the hardest thing, Scott, is to get your clock going early.
They call that a 1-yard gain. So 2nd and 9. Paladin stays in at the back. She's going to come up to the right side of Chavez. Play action this time. Chavez rolling right, throws out, caught, but taken down immediately. Really good defense by Carrie Hall. She was all over that play as Cody Johnson was the receiver.
Yeah, Jenkins provided the pressure. At that time, they dictated the outcome because they just put pressure on her at the right place. Good job by Jeter Jenkins.
Carrie Hall with a good, strong tackle on Johnson. So a no gainer. So 3rd and 9 here. Be interesting to see if the Passion look at this as a 4-down territory situation. Paladin in the back next to Chavez. Play action. Chavez keeps it. She's got a little space. She's got the first down and then some. She's going to get in the end zone. Touchdown. Marcelina Chavez, her 4th rushing touchdown of the young season.
You mentioned it in the open, dual threat, and that's what it really looks like in real time.
Little zone read, and boy, she just found that cutback lane, and she was gone. So we wait the PAT as Johnson comes on. Here's another look at it, Doc.
Well, pad on pad. Nobody's getting off blocks. Everybody's stuck like Velcro. Not a good sign early on. Pittsburgh, the aggressors.
Johnson for the extra point. Snaps low, bobbled. Johnson's just going to pick it up, try to throw it in there. Now she's going to run for it. Nope, throws it in the air. She's got a receiver back there tipped up and away, so the PAT will not be any good. So at least the Divas
that's good for the home team.
Cover the damages there. So that was a 5-play, 72-yard drive from Pittsburgh that ended with a 17-yard touchdown run for Marcelina Chavez. Took 2 minutes and 23 seconds, and it's a 6-0 lead for the Passion, who, of course, come in here unbeaten off the bye week and look really sharp in their first time they get the football.
Yeah, it really did. Off the ground, off the ball really well. Good pad placement. Things that the Divas can correct, and the good news is that they can correct it off effort. Wasn't a lack of technique, but I need to see a better effort.
Local 26 is the best electricians in Washington, D.C., Maryland, and Virginia. Earn while you learn. Local 26 provides the highest quality technical training to its members. Our apprenticeship training and residential upgrade programs are top-notch, and no one can compete with the level of skilled craftsmanship that their journeymen bring to the job site, from the White House to the World War II Memorial to the National Stadium and National Harbor. For more, browse their new website, and as always, build a union, be union. So Pittsburgh on the board first, 6-0. Back to receive the Divas. Looks like Ching Johnson back there deep, along with Haley Van Voorhees. And Johnson, who just was unable to get a shot at the extra point after the bobbled snap, is teeing it up the tight end as well. And she will kick it end over end into the wind. Voorhees has it at the 25. She's got the 30. 35, and gets taken down right at the 37-yard line, so that's where the Divas will start their opening drive. Good coverage coming through on that left side of her was Ashley Chicho with the tackle.
Yeah, you really got to stick it up in there quicker so that backside doesn't grab you. You get in there and force the issue.
Yeah, the Chico came flying in from over there.
Yes,
so
she did.
See what the Divas can do on offense. Manjikanji Aldi on this season with 8 touchdown passes, couple interceptions, also 46 yards rushing to go wrong with the 430 in the air. She'll start out of the pistol with Harmony Buckman to her left. 2 receivers on each side now. Lois Cook comes in motion. Goes back to the left side. Give to Buckman. stutter steps and hits the hole maybe a yard or two, but that's about it. They'll give her 1 on 1st and 10, so 2nd and 9 coming up.
Yeah, came off well. That time Niedermeyer just played harder on the defensive side of the ball for the Passion. But that's the kind of lift I'm looking for by the Divas. How are you going to come off the ball? How hungry are you? How desperate are you to get back in there and make this a ball game?
Well, 77, Caitlin Niedermeyer, you just mentioned. We're going to probably say her name a lot tonight for the Passion. She's
a beast.
18 tackles, 2 for loss, a couple forced fumbles in the season. She does everything for them. Congialdi takes the snap, give again. Buckman going left, makes one player miss. She's not going to get the corner, though, and she's going to lose yardage. Wow, it's going to bring them a 3rd and long for the Divas as they went nowhere quickly on that second run of the game.
Yeah, hungry dog gets the bone. And so you got to match the road warrior. That's exactly what the Divas have to do. Nothing to be discouraged about, but we got people getting off blocks, and now this is all about heart.
That was a tough one there as Chris Garua comes through and makes the tackle, the linebacker on that side, number 80. Well read by the Passion for the jump. So 3rd and long here coming up for the Divas. Ball sits at their own 35-yard line, so it'll be 3rd and 12. Trips to the right of Congialdi. Snap, the left-hander looking to spin it. Got a lot of time. Throws it up, caught, but it's going to be well shy of the first down to Howell. Navia Howell at the 42-yard line, so she'll get back about half of it. See if the Divas decide to kick here. It looks like Emily Smith is coming on the punter. So 7-yard pickup, but 3rd and 8. You don't want to do anything crazy here in the early going.
No, you don't, but you surrender. When you throw under the sticks on 3rd down, you're putting a lot of pressure on your defense.
So back to receive for the Passion.
Number 15
is Harris and Jones. So Emily Smith into punt. She did not kick off as Christy Kelly's kicking off now. Smith back to just punting. Snaps there.
A little bit of movement.
Kelly off the right side, a little short kick. It's going to bounce. Takes a Divas bounce, and now it goes backwards off the Divas player. They're going to hit off Shane Johnson's shoulder pad or helmet. So they'll down to the 40. So the Passion will have excellent field position with their second possession of the football game with a 6-0 lead with 10:02 to go in this opening quarter here at Annandale High School. Local 5 plumbers since 1890. Plumbers and Gas Fitters Local Union 5 have been committed to protecting the health of our nation's capital. We've made the commitment to our members and our community for over 100 years, and will dedicate ourselves to be there for future generations.
Fans, remember to support the Divas. Participate in the 50-50 raffle for your chance to
See if the
win
Divas defense
We'll do our drawing at the beginning of the
can
fourth
figure out
quarter.
what went wrong on that first drive as Marcelina Chavez out of the pistol. The back is Malarski, who had that big run on her first touch of the game. Chavez claps her hands. Malarski going right side again. Divas setting the edge, but Malarski finding some running room, gets her shoulder pads going forward, going to be close to that first down mark, pushes forward and gets it. Strong 12-yard run on 1st and 10.
Yeah, you know your football. You know that's not a good sign. When a team that's coming in with a perfect record starts off, first down gets 10 yards, and you got defenders being stuck on like Velcro on the people. You got to get off blocks defensively.
Chavez again out of the shotgun. 2 receivers to the right, 1 to the left, and now the back will join her to her right as Malarski. Ellie Malarski is off to a quick start. Malarski going to try the left side this time. She going to get caught? No, sticks for that stiff arm. Keeps her run alive and somehow able to get to the line of scrimmage. Might have actually picked up a yard. She did. A 1-yard gain after it looked like it could have been a 4-yard loss.
Yeah, that's a gutsy run. Could have been, but you know, woulda, shoulda, coulda, all words of losers. Get the job done.
It's like Rouse had a chance to get her, but that stiff arm, boy.
Yeah.
Malarski.
Leave your feet.
Strong there. 4 touchdowns in the season, 211 yards in the first 3 games. Stays in the game. Out of the pistol again, Chavez. Keeps it this time, rolling to her right. Looking downfield. She's going to load up. She's going deep. And it's a little underthrown and almost picked off. Is picked off by Stevenson. And the Divas create a turnover. TJ Stevenson with her second pick of the year. Excuse me, make that Van Voorhees.
Yeah, you needed a big play.
Haley Van Voorhees with her first pick of the year.
Yeah, when she reached back to throw that bad boy down yonder, that was a pick. A ball that should have been picked off. Could have been picked off. and the Divas make a play.
Yeah, she's throwing right into the wind, too, we should mention. It's been pretty windy here tonight and really didn't get a lot on it. It's kind of a dead duck from the beginning, and it was short.
Great pick.
You looked like even Janiah Davis could have picked it off as well. Had Van Voorhees really good tracking on that football there. Haley comes up with a big play for the Divas. See if they can take advantage now. 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line. Congialdi quickly pass over the middle, caught by Howell. And she's got a first down and then some. Still on her feet. Gets to about the 38-yard line for the Divas. So nice pickup on 1st and 10 of about 16.
Momentum shift, if you will. All you need is somebody to light that spark. Now it seems like the Divas are back from the dead.
Maybe a Howell, her second reception of the game, number 14. She's here on the near side by herself. Trips on the left of Congialdi. And the running back to her right is Harmony Buckman. Congialdi might be checking this play. Divas trail 6-0. Low snap. Buckman, left side. Plows forward, gets about 4 yards. Good pickup there on 1st and 10 for the Divas. So
look at the burgundy body, see? You can tell momentum shift now. Now we're getting off the ball. We're establishing a new line of scrimmage. We're not catch blocking. We are initiating contact.
4-yard pickup officially for Buckman. So 2nd and 6. Divas staying in front of the chains here with these first couple plays. Their second drive after the interception by Van Voorhees. Again, Congialdi will have 2 receivers on each side and Buckman the lone back. Throws it over, caught, in through the hands of Howell, a little high, incomplete.
Pass intended for number 14, Navia Howell. Incomplete. It's 3rd down.
Contact lens?
I don't know if Howell lost something there because she's, might be a contact, you're right, because right over, coming over the sideline now.
I wish you could have seen the punch that old Yaz Kansu left tackle did. I mean, she had a great punch, reminded me of Joe Jacoby, where she set back. Thunderous arms. It's a big difference in this possession for the Divas.
Congialdi now 3rd and 6. 2 receivers each side, back to pass. Congialdi got all kinds of time, throws it, open receiver. In through the hands of Christy Kelly. Tough drop. She was open. She would have had the first down and then some. Now the Divas, are they going to send out the punting unit again? It looks like they will. Yep, they're going to send back out punter Emily Smith, and that's unfortunate because that looked like one that should have been caught.
Yeah, you get what you earn. You get a pick, you come in, you get some good blocking. You have now assumed the dominant position, and then you give opportunity away. Not good.
So back to receive Harris. And Malarski back deep for the Pittsburgh Passion. Snaps there. Punt is away, just away. A little pressure there. Malarski's going to take it to the 25. Heads the right side, breaks the tackle on her feet. Spins across the 30 to the 35, 36-yard line before she is taken down. So
that's a heck of a return.
Pretty good return considering she could have been caught for right of contact,
coverage.
Right?
That was good coverage.
They were right on her.
Yeah,
and she spun right out of that.
She did a B. Mitch on that one. That was outstanding.
Yeah, Malarski, you see her make people miss as a running back, and then even as a punt returner, she's tough to bring down. So the 3rd possession now for the Passion. First possession ended in a touchdown. Second one was an interception. Let's see what the third one has in store here with Marcelina Chavez at quarterback. She once again will have Ellie Malarski behind her. 2 receivers here on the near and 2 on the far. Now in motion, Meister, who sometimes gets involved in the running game. Quickly thrown over to Meister. Catches it at 30. Got it. Trying to get some blockers set up, but does it. Good tackle there by Voorhees. Takes her down to the 38-yard line. So maybe a pickup of 2. Let's see where they mark her. I think they marked her at the 38, so about a 2-yard pickup. Maybe give her 3. So good tackle by Van Voorhees.
Yeah, Haley Taylor and Van Voorhees, that was well done. They didn't give up leverage. They stayed in attack mode. They pursued the football with reckless abandonment. I like that.
Yeah, Jana Meister's a big play component to this offense, too. Marcelina Chavez, play action. She's going to run right. She's got a little bit of fumble the football. It's on the turf, but I think it was picked up. Yeah, Passion recover it. But, boy, good opportunity there. Miss for the Divas as come flying in there and covering that ball up was Pittsburgh. And I think 87 was the player, the hero,
Yeah,
Emily
Brandy
Tooney.
had a decision to make. I think she made a business decision.
Yeah.
You got to throw yourself in there and make the play.
Emily Tooney was the one who recovered. So 3rd and short coming up. They need to get to the 45-yard line. Ball sits at the 43, so call it 3rd and 2. Chavez under center for the first time in this game. Hands it, give, and stood up and stopped, but I think right at the first down marker. No, maybe shy. The far side official has her about a half-yard short, so the Divas stopped Cody Johnson.
Coming downhill, man.
They stopped Cody Johnson just shy. Now are they no, they're moving the chains now. They respotted it. Initially, the official on the far side of the field had her short, but now they're going to get her by the nose of the football. So 1st and 10 for Pittsburgh. That was close. So 45-yard line, the ball just got the nose of it there at the latter part of that Adams.
When they say game of inches, they're not making it up.
Coming this way, Paladin, she's got room. She's got 5 yards and maybe 6 to 7 yards pick up on that first down run as she shoved out of bounds at the 48 of the Divas.
Yeah, we're giving up a little bit of that contain, but that edge broke down.
So 7 yards.
Divas are playing much harder now, playing smarter, playing harder. That's the key.
It's a tough Pittsburgh team. You got to be ready to tackle when you play this group. They use all the width of the field too, don't they? I mean, they run it wide on you on the right side. Here comes Chavez under center again. It's a new look, this drive here. Give to Malarski. Malarski's got space. She's got the first down, probably by the nose of the football. Right on the marker, she's got it 1st and 10. So the Passion's drive rolling along here on their 3rd possession.
Yeah, I thought Sharp was about to make a play. Somebody's got the Divas need a hero now. Somebody to come in and make a play. They're close.
So Chavez now will go back under center. Johnson is the fullback with Malarski as the tailback. Chavez rolling to her left, trying to load up. Got receiver wide open, caught and taken down by Johnson. Ching Johnson brings Bragg down, the tight end, but it is a 1st and 10 at the Divas 25.
Yeah, that's too much to ask for anybody. Johnson has you pick your poison. 2 people flooding your zone. Somebody either had a mental lapse or they just got lucky.
Yeah, Paige Bragg was wide open because Johnson was with another receiver there. She had to come off her receiver to make that
wasn't
play.
her fault.
So now you got Malarski as a deep back. Pitch out to Malarski, going right side. Malarski letting the block set up. She's got the 25 and down to the 20-yard line, and a good 5-yard pickup on 1st and 10.
Yeah, Brandy Pete, has got to get upfield, got to set the edge. And if you're that soft and you give that up, you're killing your interior. You have got to set the edge.
Yeah, talking to Ching Johnson before the game, she said, set the edge. What they needed to do, and they're having some problems with that right now. So Chavez out of the pistol. Going to roll to her left. Going to stop, throw it. Got a receiver caught, touchdown. And it is another touchdown for the Pittsburgh Passion. Jana Meister with her 4th of the season. Make that 3rd of the season in the air, 4th overall.
Johnson was in no man's land. Good position. Nothing that she could do. 2 for 1. You got to give the offense credit. They put themselves in a position to where they couldn't be wrong.
It's a good throw.
And no pressure.
Really good throw, too, on the run. Run to left. Now, let's see if they're calling timeout. I think they might think about going for 2 here. It looked like there was some confusion. The kicking team came out, then it looked like the coach was trying to send the offense back out there. But a very good drive for the Passion. Their second drive ends in a touchdown. It was a 8-play, 65-yard drive. Meister, 29-yard touchdown reception from Chavez, 4 minutes and 23 seconds. It took Lisa Horton, the offensive coordinator, who is also the co-head coach, calling a good game here so far for the Passion. Of course, Teresa Kahn, longtime head coach, co-head coach here as well. She's one of the co-owners of this franchise, along with Anthony Misitano and Doc and Dana Harris. Of course, the legendary Steeler running back Franco Harris's family.
Yeah, they got a really good program. That's what you're looking for, sustained success.
So defensive coordinators on the Divas sideline here, Willie Bennett and Alex Ruiz trying to solve some things. And I'll tell you what would help the Divas more than anything on their defense would be their offense to drive the football and cash in with a touchdown. Would probably be
that's the best.
That'd be the best prescription for what's ailing the defense right now. And as suspected, the Passion have now come out here with a 2-point conversion coming up, and they're going to attempt it with Cody Johnson as a fullback behind Chavez, who's under center. Malarski is the tailback. See if they go to Malarski. She's been the bread and butter here. Play action. Instead, Chavez is going to roll out. She's got all kinds of space. Got a receiver there behind, incomplete. This is about the only thing the Passion haven't been able to do today. She throws it behind Bragg, and the Divas once again stop them on the PAT.
Yeah, well, I don't know how much the Divas stopped them. They stopped themselves. That was not the kind of effort that I was looking for on that play. They got away with it. They got lucky.
Kind of thought they might run it again. I mean, they've been running it
I would have.
I mean, what, you're 2.5 yards out or whatever you are down there, the way this team's been running the rock. But Divas, so, I mean, there's an opening here. You get a touchdown. Feels a lot different. So the Divas will get their third possession coming up. Back to receive is Shing Johnson and Sienna Britz.
It's not like they can't play with him. The question is, when are they going to start to play?
So the kickoff here, Cody Johnson loaded up, and we can really feel the wind coming into the press. It's kind of coming across the field, actually, like at a diagonal from the Divas end zone towards this direction. Divas receiving this kickoff with 2:44 to go in the opening quarter. Got all Passion here so far. Johnson kicks it. A little short. Coming up is Britt fighting for it now. Taken from her. Van Voorhees has it instead. Coming here to the near side. Cuts it back and gets stacked up at the 35, maybe 36-yard line. That's where the Divas will start their third drive, trailing 12-0 with 2:36 to go in this opening quarter.
Still got plenty of time. The Divas, but somebody's got to make a play.
So coming off the sideline here, it's going to be Congialdi with, looks like Christy Kelly in the game, and Struber, the first time we've seen Struber in the game in the backfield. So Sarah Struber is going to get her look as the running back, and Dana Blakely and Kelly go to the far side left of Congialdi. They have two backs in the backfield right now, including Whitney Sims, number 24, to her right, and Struber to her left. Snap. Congialdi's got all kinds of time. There's a flag on the play. Throws over. Incomplete as Kelly just threw her outreached hands. And there was a flag right here. I don't know if it was offside or a hold at the initial line. Let's see. Congialdi thinks it was on Pittsburgh. So we'll see what the officials tell us. Yeah, it was definitely offside. 98 encroached. That was.
I'd say that's pretty clear.
Zubovic. Yeah, Kim Zubovic. So that was a free play. Congialdi took a shot. Why not? So 1st and 5 coming up. This time they'll send trips. They'll make that 2 receivers here to the near side. Is now Britt switches sides to the left of Congialdi. And again, Sims in the game with Struber in the backfield. Here goes Struber. Left side. Got the first down right ahead there. Good 5-yard pickup. And move the chains. So Whitney Sims comes in the game. Of course, she can clear some room for you if she gets in front of you.
Yeah, it's a really good football play. That's what they need now. Some bread and butter. Give your defense a chance to catch up and put some points on the board.
Yeah, if you can get behind 24, you're probably going to get some space. Not a lot of people are going to jump in front of her. Number 24, Whitney Sims.
Yeah.
2 receivers here on the near side, 1 far. Give against Struber. Trying left side. Got some space. Gets to the 50-yard line, and we take it down there after about a 4-yard pickup. Make it the 40. Yeah, the referee changed his mind. Now he's going to mark it the 50. So 4-yard pickup on 1st and 10.
Yeah, I'll take that. 4 to 6. Could have been easily 6. Take the 4. You can sense a little bit of momentum.
Coming up on a minute and a half left in this opening quarter. Divas trying to get their first points of the game, trailing 12-0. But might have something going here if they get into Pittsburgh territory. So again, the same look with 2 receivers to the left, 1 receiver to the right in the split backfield, with Sims to the right of the left-hander Congialdi, and Struber's going to get the carry. Sims blocking for Struber, makes 1 player miss, but she gets taken down for about a 2-yard loss. So Not what you want to see coming up on now a 3rd and 8.
No, not when you're having so much success vertically, just going downhill. Then you try to stretch and you get snatched. Don't be afraid to make the opponent stop you. You don't have to stop yourself being innovative.
So Sims is going to leave the game. Gabby Johnson comes in, number 0, who sometimes lines up as a tight end or as a slot receiver. She's kind of all over the place. Number 0, she's here on the near side of the slot. So 2 receivers each side now. Struber leaves the backfield. Congialdi back to pass. Loading up. Got a receiver wide open, and the first down is Dana Blakely at the 39-yard line of the Passion.
Oh, Blakely stopped like she nailed her in the ground with that. I know she's wondering, why did I stop? But she made the catch. That's important.
Yeah,
pretty good pass, pro. Good set.
She's trying to slip the DB and couldn't do it, but 1st and 10, Divas here now in Passion territory. Deepest drive of the game for the Divas. Congialdi back to pass. Got all kinds of time. Across the middle, Britt catches it and gets taken down violently, but that's going to get a flag too. I think that's a face mask. And so it'll be an 8-yard pickup plus another 15 to end to be the last play of the first quarter. So the Divas are going to be in business inside the 20.
That was smart. You helping your opponent beat you.
And we reached the end of the first quarter.
So as the referees mark this off, we will have the quarter break as we'll take a timeout. Divas trail the Passion 12-0. You're watching Divas football here on the Divas YouTube.
Tractors come to grow.
Do you have an air conditioning emergency? If so, you need HVAC 911. Call 301-939-0499 or visit HVAC911.com/EC for service 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. The most skilled and experienced HVAC technicians in the DMV are only a call away. 301-939-0499 or visit HVAC911.com/EC for service 24 hours a day, 7 days a week.
Brought to you by Steam Fairs Local 602.
Attention, veteran plumbers and career-minded young adults. The plumbers of Local 5 Washington, D.C. want you. If you're looking to be trained by the industry's very best and for the most competitive benefits package, retirement plan, and hourly wages, look no further than Local 5. Whether you're a veteran plumber or a young adult starting a career, you can change your future for the better. Contact Local 5 today at local5plumbers.org. That's local5plumbers.org.
And now another contractor spotlight from IBEW Local 26.
Hi, my name is Joel Brown, President, Brown Electric Group, LLC. We are a proud signatory contractor of IBEW Local 26. IBEW Local 26, they provide my company with knowledgeable, skilled, talented, articulate electricians that I don't mind being the face of my company on service projects, commercial projects, larger projects, and oftentimes these electricians are exceeding the requirements of the owner and the client. It gives Brown Electric Group a leg up. You need knowledgeable, skilled electricians. I can go to IBEW Local 26 and get those guys that have gone through 5 years of school, men and women that are licensed. For a company such as myself that's trying to grow, I can't get that anywhere else.
To start growing your electrical business, go to ibewlocal26.org and click Business Opportunities. IBEW Local 26, where electrical contractors come to grow.
Back here at Annandale High School, Divas and the Passion getting ready for the start. We're getting ready for the start of the second quarter, but it looks like we are, in fact, going to get ready for the start of the second quarter. So the players, they lined the teams up during the break for some reason, thinking they had to run this untimed play, but it was the end of a quarter, not a half, because there was a penalty on the defense. But now we've got it all figured out. All right, while we're waiting for them to switch sides of the field, thank you to Beatty Management Company for today's game and broadcast partnership for their support of the DC Divas. Beatty owns, operates, and develops neighborhoods and community shopping centers strategically located in the most desirable and productive markets throughout the greater Washington, D.C. and South Carolina markets. So that was interesting, but in the end, after that Sienna Britt catch, Doc, she was obviously face masked and taken down by the head, and that was the personal foul penalty that has the Divas lined up right now. 1st and 10 at the 15-yard line, make that the 16-yard line. Trying to get their first points of the game, trailing 12-0. Scott Jackson, Rick Doc Walker here with you. Divas football as they're taking on the Passion tonight. Divas in the home burgundy and gold going to right to left. Congialdi loads up towards the end zone and incomplete. She had a receiver on the near side over there was Blakely and just unable to connect.
She had a polar bear chasing her down, too. And I tell you what, man, Courtney Sargent came after her, man. That was vicious.
So the Divas personnel grouping, Struber back in there at running back still. Whitney Sims has come back in the fullback. And now Britt's going to leave the game. So again, 1st and 10 from the 16. Divas trying to get their first points of the game, trailing 12-0. You got to imagine this is probably 4-down territory for them. Struber, the lone back, Sims kind of the up back in this formation.
Inside give.
And it is an inside give. And Struber's got some space. Runs into a wall, but gets it across the 10-yard line down to the 7. Really good run, close to the first down marker. I guess they'll mark her at the 9, so it'll be a 3rd and 2 coming up.
Yeah, that's a good feel for it. You know, sometimes you want to take that. So when you said Struber was in the game, I go inside give, baby. Feed her. Go where your strength is up front. You got Duncan, Wimberly, Williams up front. Use your studs.
So 3rd and 3. It's a 7-yard pickup. Again, the split backfield. Sims to the left, the fullback. Struber to her right. 2 receivers on the right side, 1 on the left. Gives Struber again. Got the first down. Close to the goal line, down to the 2, make it the 3-yard line. So 1st and goal coming up for the Divas. They'll mark her down to the 4. So good run by Struber to get that first down.
Yeah. Jocelyn Williams, right guard, 64. Great base. All you got to do is stay in front of people, put a little pressure on them. No lookout blocks. Pad on pad. Stay lower than your opponent, drive your feet, and get some results.
So 1st and goal for the Divas, trying to get on the board here, trailing 12-0 here in the early part of the second quarter. Struber stays in there. Sims now going to line up as the up back behind the right tackle. This might be inside give right here to Struber. It looks like the formation from earlier. Play action instead. Congialdi's going to go straight ahead. Congialdi fighting for a tackle. She pulls towards the end zone. Does she get there? Waiting for the signal. The Divas say she got in. The ref does as well. Touchdown, Divas. Congialdi.
Yeah. Latoya Williams until tush push. You can't get that close to pay dirt and not finish the job. That was an effort series there. Divas made up their mind to get down and dirty and start base blocking people behind into the end zone.
Impressive drive capper here. Let's get another look at Congialdi. Just the play action they have set up looked like it was an inside give. Instead, she runs and knocks into one of her own. That was Duncan. She pushed out of the way. Look at this.
Yeah, but look at Duncan.
Then Duncan finishes it
there
off with her.
There you go. Tush push.
That
where
was
you
great.
want to call it.
What a great run by Congialdi. So the PAT coming on. It's Smith in for the PAT. See if she can cap it off. High snap. Just gets it up and just gets it through the uprights. 8-play, 64-yard drive. That was the Congialdi 9-yard touchdown run in the end. Took 4 minutes and 25 seconds. And a couple penalties on that drive as well that helped the Divas for 20 yards. But in the end, it's a Divas touchdown. It's just a 12-7 game now. It's a lot more interesting. Local 26, the best electricians in Washington, D.C., Maryland, and Virginia. Earn while you learn. Local 26 provides the highest quality technical training to its members. Our apprenticeship training and residential upgrade programs are top-notch, and no one can compete with the skill level of the skilled craftsmanship that our journeymen bring to the job site. From the White House to the World War II Memorial to the National Stadium and National Harbor. For more, browse their new website, and as always, build it union, be union. So impressive answer there, Doc, from the Divas. As you said, it seemed like they decided, you know what, we can run the football too here.
Yeah, the Divas, they're good enough to control their own destiny, but they got to make up their mind that Pittsburgh believes they're better than they are. So they're going to have to force them into renegotiating that thought pattern. And you do that by kicking their behinds at the line of scrimmage.
Christy Kelly's going to tee it up for the Divas. Malarski and Meister, the two returners back deep for the Passion, standing at the 15-yard line. Pittsburgh, of course, they're two big players on offense. We'll see if Kelly tries to avoid them or just tries to kick it deep. 12-7 ball game, 13-19 to go here in this opening half. Kick, and it goes to the up, back. Going to take it at the 30, going wide. Got the 35, still on their feet at the 40. Makes one player miss and close to the 50, and then maybe out of bounds. Let's see where they mark at the 48-yard line. Looked like there could have been a flag on that play. Somebody grabbed the face mask, and I think we might have a flag. Yeah, we go to the far sideline.
Out. There's carpet. There's cloth on the ground.
Yeah, there might be on the Divas. We'll see.
That's just terrible coverage. Short kick, and then you give up leverage, and you get a good play, and now you put your defense in the hole. These things happen early in the season, but they're still hard to swallow.
Yeah, face mask coming up. Or actually a horse collar, they're going to call from the Divas. So that's going to tack on 15 from where the return ended was already at, the 48-yard line, and now you're talking all the way down to the Divas, 33-yard line before it gets – before the referee stopping. Well, I guess 34 officially. So the Pittsburgh Passion in great field position trying to answer this Divas score. So Chavez out of the huddle. She will have Meister. No, Meister's going to go out wide now. She'll have Malarski behind her out of the pistol. Two receivers to the left, one here to the right.
Turnover time.
Some confusion on the Passion sideline as Meister now goes in motion. And throwing it to Meister over here on the near side. Catches it, 35. Makes one player miss. 30 inside the 30, close to the 27 before she gets drilled down to the ground and taken down by Stevenson. But a pretty good pickup on 1st and 10.
Good execution by Pittsburgh. Good blocking, good throw and catch. I can appreciate seeing things done well.
7-yard pickup on 1st and 10. So again, Chavez out of the pistol. Malarski now going to come up just slightly behind her to the left. And it's going to Malarski straight ahead. She's going to get stacked up and taken down.
Oh, yeah.
Good team tackling there from the Divas. Flying in there, 44, Benita Rouse was the first one to meet her.
Yeah, Rouse had bad intentions on her mind, and she followed that up. And that's what they need. Now they're going to also have to be considering force, strip, fumble.
Ball. 3rd and 3 coming up, so they call that a no-gainer. Chavez throws it out, caught by the tight end and close to the first down marker and just going to get it and then some. 1st and 10 for Pittsburgh. Just a real easy pitch and catch to Angie Cordelia.
Yeah, that's just outstanding effort.
Cardillo with just her 3rd catch of the year, but it's a big one here in this game for 1st and 10.
Yeah, that was a lot of effort.
Chavez out of the pistol. Malarski is set up behind her. Chavez takes the snap. Malarski trying the right side. She's going to get that edge. She does.
You got a flag. You should have a flag on that play.
And spun down at the 14-yard line before she gets taken down.
We had a WWE takedown on that, but I think they got away with it.
Divas coaches on
yeah,
the sideline were
Johnson
wondering.
On there, the takedown.
Take another look at it. 8-yard pickup on 1st and 10. Malarski does a good job to keep his legs moving. She's a tough runner. So Sarah Paladin now in the game. Replaces Malarkey, number 10 behind Chavez. Marcelina Chavez, again in the pistol. Play action, roll left. She's got a lot of space out there. Throws it to the knees and incomplete of Johnson. Has some good rush there. It was a Carrie Hall coming out. Was bearing down at her. Number 22 was waiting for her.
Yeah, you saw what I saw, Matt. That was forced error.
So 3rd down coming up. 3rd and 2 for the Passion. Divas trying to get a stop here. Chavez coming back from the sideline after getting the play with Paladin, the back behind her in the pistol. Got 2 receivers on each side. Now Paladin's going to come up next to her on her left. Play action now. Chavez is going to keep it. She's going to get that corner. And she's going to cut and get the first down and a little bit more. And in the end zone, touchdown. Marcelina Chavez. Boy, she hit another gear when she got that corner and knew she had the first down. Then she found the end zone.
Yeah, Carrie Hall, man, had no chance on that. That was a good That was a great in and out move. She felt the end zone and took advantage of it. That's answering to a score.
19, make that 18-12 now. And I think the Passion are going to stay out there and try to go for 2 and get some of those points back from the miss. Yeah, Hall just gets turned around here. Great move by Chavez and good blocking downfield too.
Yeah, you just can't get blocked that long. As a DB, you can't allow anybody to block you for 2 minutes.
High snap. Chavez rolling right on the 2-point play, throws it as a receiver, catches it, and the 2-point play is good. That is Cardillo, Angie Cardillo with a 2-point play, so it's a 20-7 Passion lead now after the 2-point play with 10:34 to go in this opening half.
It's easy to see why they're undefeated.
Since 1890, Plumbers and Gas Fitters Local 5 has been committed to protecting the health of our nation's capital. We have made the commitment to our members and our community for over 100 years and will dedicate ourselves to be there for our future generations. Well, that was a 6-play, 34-yard drive after that penalty on the kickoff and an 11-yard touchdown run, or make that a 14-yard touchdown run for Marcelina Chavez. Took just 2 minutes and 45 seconds and then the 2-point play. So it's now a 13-point game with 10:34 to go in this opening half.
And they take away your momentum. For a visiting team to come in and silence the home team is psychological warfare. And they did it. They played it to a T.
Yeah, I mean, it came off the bad kickoff, right? You get a return, return's good, then you tackle the penalty. It's like charity. So Johnson going to kick it up, tee it up. Back for the Divas. You got Britt and Kuchera Johnson, or Ching Johnson. And they're bunching because I think they want Ching to get it, and she is going to get it. Here comes Ching to the 25. Here near side 30. She got the 35. Fumbles the football, and it's recovered by the Passion, it looks like. Let's see what the officials say. Sure looks like Pittsburgh was all over it, and they were. Oh. That is a bad break for the Divas. Not what you wanted out of that. And the recovery by 35 is Cameron Rufner, and that was knocked out by Kendra Hampton, who just drilled her. Let's get another look at it.
Yeah, if you think that's bad, let them score after this. You still got a shot. Ball security is everything, and that's just a great defensive play. That's a great defensive effort, and you got to have your people swarming the ball, and you got to say it and think it all the time. Now your defense, because this could be potential checkmate.
I think also you should give credit there. It looked like Nyjah Brokaw kind of changed her path, and then the player was able to come in and punch it out. And what a big play that is for a Passions team that already had taken the momentum back. Now 1st and 10 at the Divas 36-yard line. And Chavez this time, Malarski back in the game, keeps it herself going straight ahead. Now on the corner, she's got the 30, 25 on her feet, going to be taken down near the 21-yard line of the Divas, make it the 21-yard line. So big pickup on 1st and 10 of 15.
Well, we talked in the open about dual threat. How you like that?
She's just churning, isn't she?
So aggressive.
She's so quick, too. Look at her feet just never stop moving.
And this could be paralyzing. To go in now, I don't want to settle for 3. I want to come in and put a blade right next to your artery.
And she punishes you, too, at the end of those runs.
Yeah, she finishes strong.
Yeah. Chavez, very impressive. Marcelina Chavez, again, with Malarski behind her. Gives it to Malarski, going the right side. Almost caught in the backfield, and she breaks a tackle. Still on her feet. She's got the 20, 15, 10, 5. Touchdown, Ellie Malarski for the Passion, but we got a flag on the play. I think it's going to come back.
And that was almost a tackle for TFL.
That was crazy.
TFL to touchdown would have been a backbreaker.
Yeah. Luckily, it looks like a holdback there. Let's get another. The official will tell us here in a second. But whew.
Yeah, we'll mark this. We'll mark this because this could be pivotal.
This is a really big call here.
You come so close, man, in these battles.
It is holding on the Passion, so touchdown erased. And they'll back them up from there. So Divas needed a break there. They got it. Let's see. To 73, or is it – where's the hold at? 73 maybe? That's where the flag was, or was it over here on the edge? It might have been. I think it's Meister because Meister was the one arguing with the ref. Yeah, that's she had a lot of hands on.
Oh yeah, that's
on
clear.
Stevenson. It looked like
Tight end.
number 1. Yeah, she was holding one. That's Meister, the very versatile player. You would call her receiver, but she runs the ball.
She does a lot.
Yeah, she does a lot for them. So,
but this could be a pivotal play should they not score.
So, after all that, it's his 1st and 10. We'll make that a first, and got to get to the 12-yard line. Ball spotted on 31 here, so almost 1st and 20. Chavez, little pitch out, little option play to Paladin. Can they get her? They do. What a big tackle. Divas. Oh, no, that's Rebus, and looks like she might have got rolled over on that. Hate to see that.
Yeah, that was obvious.
It's a great tackle, but
that was a great big play.
Big-time play when they needed it. Ricky Rebus.
Yeah, she hurt her leg.
A linebacker on that side. Oh, boy.
Ricky made a play, though.
Oh, yeah. Oh, I see the right knee got turned.
Yeah.
Got caught in the turf back. Ugh. Whole knee. Hopefully it's just a hyperextension. We'll see. But she kind of knew it right away. But what a big play. That's knocks them back to the 39-yard line. Again, they got to get to the 11. So 2nd and 28
little
coming
things that create craters.
2nd and 28. Malarski is behind Chavez out of the pistol. Chavez snaps, gets the snap, going left. This is where she's dangerous. She's going to load up, though, and throw this. I got a receiver down there, and an overthrow. Good defense by the Divas on the edge here. Stevenson. Stevenson blocked it. Make sure she couldn't come down with it.
Boy, that's closing cushion, man.
Meister almost had it. It was a little high. Meister can get up.
Yeah, but
Stevenson made sure she did.
Van Roos's way she closes on this. That's good football play. Good football play.
Excuse me, that's Van Voorhees.
Yes.
Number 1, Haley. Another big play. She's had a lot of big plays today.
Yes, she is. Play baller.
Van Voorhees been all over the place. Chavez out of the pistol here in 3rd and
need a playmaker.
Forever. 3rd and 28. Keep looking at the sideline for the call.
I love the extended cadence.
Takes the snap. Chavez.
Oh, good rusher.
Going to load up. Got a receiver wide open. Oh, going to miss her. Woo. Wide open was Cordillo.
Yeah, you
was
say how
wide
could that happen?
open.
It could happen a lot.
Cordillo.
Communication, baby. Communication.
Yeah, Angie Cordillo was wide open. We hadn't seen that trips formation much from them in this game, and I think that there was some confusion on who was assigned to who there, clearly.
They're one play away from having survived a potential disaster. And said we'd come back to this. Well, we're back to it. They're a play away. Now they need a playmaker.
So it looks like they're punting after all this. At first, the offense was going to stay out on the field, but now looks like they're going to punt it away.
Wouldn't you fake it? Wouldn't you think about it?
Now, here's what's interesting is Meister's the punter in this situation. She's not normally. It's usually Cody Johnson. But, again, we told Meister does everything for them. So maybe beware because she's a ball handler here too, Jana Meister. Standing in her own, well, really at the 50. Her heels on the 50. Low snap.
Yeah,
she's running. She's
there
running. She's going to throw it. Got a receiver.
Wow.
Caught. Can get the marker. Yes. Got to get the marker and then some. Touchdown. Trickeration out of the formation, and it's Meister to Ellie Malarski, the two big playmakers for the Passion. Wow.
Don't hate execution, but I'm baffled to think that how could you get caught off guard in broad daylight?
You got to identify that that's not the punter.
Yeah, personnel identification.
Yeah, I mean, Malarski wide open, too, and then, boy, Meister, what a great throw, right? I mean,
that was
she's a receiver, and lefty throws a dart. And suddenly, the Divas think they're going to get the ball back. Just down by, 13 or 12 rather, and now it's 26-7. Waiting the extra point.
Well, we said we'd come back to that series, and we will.
Boy,
yeah, you got to go.
Malarski, that stiff arm,
don't hate.
Deadly. So 26-7 now. Bad snap is the only thing they've had problems with is the PATs today, and that might work. Is Johnson going to get there?
Yeah.
She stay alive? 2. That's a 2-pointer. Or are they going to say she was marked down? Yeah, that's good. So 28-7, the 2-point play after the muff. Unbelievable.
What a great test for the Divas.
Unbelievable.
To go into halftime, I'd pay to hear the halftime speech.
So a 5-play, 36-yard drive on a fake punt. It was a 39-yard pass from Meister to Malarski. Took 2 minutes and 1 second, and then the muffed extra point that ends up being a 2-point conversion. Go figure. I mean, they can't do anything wrong now with 8:19 to go in this opening half. The Divas on the ropes here, down 28-7.
And it feels like there's like 35 seconds to go in the half. But it's not. You
There's
got
a ton
of time.
Yeah, you really need a good sustained drive and got to get a touchdown, though, if you're the Divas here at this point. You got to get a touchdown.
Well, I think they've shown us what they're capable of when they're jacked up. They really have to get their intensity up.
Oh, no, drop by Shing Johnson. She's got to pick that up at the 1. Oh, boy, this is trouble. We'll block there, but can she get the corner? She got the 10, 15, 20, and got to tuck it in. Boy, what a great return. That could have been a disaster, but I think it's coming back because I think there's a Whitney Sims, I think, blocked a player in the back at the 1-yard line. But I don't know, is that a flag or is that a part of the field? Yeah, that's a flag.
I think it looks like
it's a flag because there's paint back there, too, with the soccer demarcation on the field there, but now it's also a flag back there. They have to see a legal block, but 24. That's unfortunate because that was a hell of a return.
Well, if the coaches are looking for film and cutouts and things not to do, they'll be loaded after this game.
So I believe, if that's spot foul, that's starting to the 1. I mean, they're going to be backed up in the end zone here. So they're going to have to go 99 yards here. 8:04. And again, trailing 28-7. Just a comedy of errors here over these last couple possessions for the Divas. Penalties have really been an issue, and obviously ball security hurt them earlier too. And fake punt for a touchdown feels like a turnover.
Yeah, it does. It really does.
Not to mention the botched snap that ends up being a 2-point play. You have them literally taking a player to the ground, and she just kind of throws it in the air, and it works out for you.
Every time I see things like this, and you remember similar situations when you've been on this side they're on, and you realize that you can overcome this, but you got to do it in chunks.
So Gangialdi out of the shotgun. Struber, the lone back. Sims in the backfield, too. Straight ahead, Struber trying to get this some breathing room. Oh, she just gets stacked up and thrown down immediately. Really good defense there on the edge by Grant, Tara Grant, matter number 56.
Yeah, Tara, that was and this is the time you bear down. I mean, if you're Pittsburgh right now, you can end this if you were to get a scoop and score.
So clock movement, 7.5 to go in this opening half. Divas down 28-7, and now we got a timeout. Or is it a flag on the play? It's a delay game. I mean, you can't really move them back much further. Or they have too many players coming out of the huddle. Divas got somebody off the field late. I think it caused some confusion. Yeah, substitution infraction of the Divas. So half the distance of 1.
Good crowd here today too, man.
Yeah. Nice night, a little breezy. Boy, the wind hasn't stopped anybody from throwing the football, though.
I'll take breeze over rain.
All right, here we go. Second down, 9. We got Sims in the backfield next to Congialdi to her right. Congialdi's going to throw it, caught by Blakely, and she's going to be close to the first down marker, just shy, but that's going to get back a lot of the yardage. So it's going to bring up a 3rd and short now.
At least they can exhale.
Dana Blakely. So Blakey getting them out of their own end. Let's see if Sims can do the rest. Looks like she's got it, and then some. Whitney Sims, and she got face mask on top of it.
Yeah.
So that's a big break for the Divas there as well. Sims had gotten the first down with about a 2-yard run. Then she got, you can call it a horse collar, you can call it a face mask. It's a 3-yard run and a little bit more to be added on, it looks like. Now the referees are talking about it. Personal foul, horse collar. So another 15 yards either way, whether it's a face mask or a horse collar, it's 15 more for the Divas. So that is a big 3-yard run. It turns into an 18-yard play. So the Divas now with the ball at the 27-yard line. 1st and 10. We've got 6.5 coming up on 6.5 left in this opening half. Sims remains in the backfield. Quick throw here to Struber. Struber's got some, Kelly. Kelly's got some space. She's going to get about 5 yards. Going to get it up to the 33. So Christy Kelly, her first reception of the day. There's a 7-yard pickup officially, so 2nd and 3 now. It's a little line of scrimmage pass and good blocking.
Yeah, I just hope Duncan looks like she was nicked a bit. I hope she's not injured.
So Sims stays as the lone back to the right of Congialdi. He's got 2 receivers here near side, 2 to the far. Divas trying to get some points before half here. Congialdi with the shotgun snap, under pressure. Now she's rolling to her left, throwing over here to the near side to Kelly. Kelly catches it at the 45 of the field, still on her feet. Tight roping, 40. Oh, they're going to say stepped out of bounds. Oh, stepped out of bounds. They're going to mark her out of the 49. Oh, wow. But still a big play as the Divas are now touching the 50-yard line. It looks like they're going to put the ball right on the 50.
Good effort up front by Yasmin Kazoo.
Oh, no, flag. Might be an ineligible player downfield. What is it called? Passion seem to think it's on the Divas. Yes, ineligible player downfield. Well, that's tough. That's a tough break after a good pickup of 15 yards and then some. So backs the Divas up. So 2nd and 9 now for the Divas. Maybe a 2nd and 8.
Yeah, we'll have to check it. Rich Daniels doing a lot of tape and videotaping down there. We have to go back and mark this one and see who culprit was.
So 5:41 left in this opening half. Divas, you want to get points here, but the last thing you want to do is give the ball back to the Passion with any type of time.
You can't even consider that.
Yeah. So trips to the right of Congialdi. The lone running back is Buckman. She's got time. Buckman out of the backfield, high, but she catches it. Tries to get upfield, doesn't really get anywhere. Maybe back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. So that play that worked so well a little while ago with Kelly did not work so well this time. Clock's moving. Big 3rd down coming up. 3rd and 8 for the Divas, and I think Ron Prim is coming out of the field to talk it over Congialdi as they want to burn a timeout to get this play straight. This is an important play here.
Yeah, Passion they're good at what they do, and they make you earn it. They're not going to give you anything.
See Ghost Marifal, the Divas Hall of Famer, of course, head coach on the sideline there. Ron Prim, the offensive coordinator, out there on the field right now talking it over with his quarterback in the offense. Good crowd, as you mentioned earlier here tonight, Doc, enjoying. They're hoping to see a Divas come back here, down 28-7.
Well, this bill will be worth the price of admission if they're able to pull this off against a quality Pittsburgh squad.
Passion off to a fast start. Blew out the Inferno in their opener, 42-13, 62-0 over Philadelphia. This is a proud franchise. Pittsburgh, 10 division titles, 3 championships, like the Divas, who also have 3 championships. And good measuring stick game talking to Rich Daniel before the game, the GM of the Divas, is the owner. He's like, this is a big one. It's a good team. But you can't turn the ball over and have a lot of penalties, and they've done both of those things. Here's Congialdi on the big third down. Throwing it out. Caught. Buckman. Can she get to the first down marker? No. She cannot. She is stacked up and pulled down short by 2 yards. Really good defense of tackling out there in space by the Passion. And an interesting decision here is.
And like good defensive units, they make you one-dimensional.
I think they're staying on the field.
At this point, you can't get off a block, and your teammates are watching you get tackled, not blocking for you.
Garoa with the tackle there. So 4th and 2 coming up. Divas stand on the field. They've got to get to the 42-yard line. Make that the 37-yard line. They're at their own 35, but they got to get to 37. Here's the snap. Straight ahead, Congialdi pushing for it. She's got it, and then some. Amanda Congialdi gets to the 39-yard line. She got that easily.
Well, with Duncan and Williams, her interior front, they're masters. They are massive, and they ought to be able to get the job done. Watch the forward lean. Even though they're a little high with the pad pressure, they won that battle convincingly.
So second time the quarterback sneaks worked very well for the Divas here tonight. So 1st and 10, new set of downs, 4 minutes, coming up on 4 minutes left in this opening half. Congialdi got some time. Throws here near side, caught by Blakey. And Dana Blakey steps out of bounds and has a first down.
Heck, they might want to come back to quarterback sneak again.
Yeah. So 8-yard pickup on 1st and 10. So Blakey, who is always Congialdi's go-to in these tight spots.
Frozen rope.
Buckman in the backfield to the right of Congialdi. Got 2 receivers near and 2 far. Now Buckman in motion coming here near side. Back to pass. Congialdi looking to load up. She's got pressure. Gets a rope down the field. She's got a receiver caught. First down and then some down to the 22-yard line of the Passion. And that's Howell, Navia Howell. Great catch.
Yeah, ball on the dime. Now you cannot come up short. You have got to get in the end zone if you're a Diva.
23-yard pickup, so they're going to mark her at the 24. 1st and 10. Here's the Divas in business before half here. A high snap. Loading up, Congialdi. She's got a receiver down there. Overthrow the hands of Kelly. Oh, she lost it in the sun maybe. She kind of lost the track. She slowed down. I think she runs through it. That's a TD. The second down coming up.
Yeah, Pittsburgh's going to make you earn it. They're not going to give it to you.
Yeah, Divas, you got to think, are thinking 4 downs here no matter what with 2:59 to go. Down by these 3 touchdowns now. Need to get points before half, and they did defer, so they'll have the ball to start the second half. You can get this in here. Kind of like a basketball 2-for-1, if you will. So Buckman to the left of Congialdi. Again, 2 receivers each side. Congialdi now takes the snap. Gives it to Buckman, right side. She's got inside the 20 and taken down at the 19. So a 5-yard run will bring up a 3rd and 5, and that'll also help run the clock a little bit because, again, you don't want to you don't want to have to score too fast.
Right.
You want to score, just not too fast. Divas still have a couple timeouts as well. Plus, we have the 2-minute timeout now as we play college rules here. Trips to the left. Now Buckman in motion to the far side of the field. Congialdi looking to load up. Got a receiver caught. And that is Howell down to the 2-yard line. Navia Howell with some big catches tonight on the slant.
Yeah, she's comfortable under pressure. Now all this is for naught if you don't finish in the end zone.
Good hands by Navia Howell because look, there's a rope here from Congialdi.
Good pass pro too. Congialdi, man, she's a gamer. Flat out gamer.
You want to see her keep it here? I mean, this is kind of the territory we saw her keep it earlier.
Yeah, I'm comfortable when she's in control.
All right, it's 2-minute timeout. Of course, again, the WFA, they play college rules, knee down, and now in college football, we have this 2-minute timeout. The half and the end of the game. So Divas here in business with 2 minutes to go. First and goal to goal. And you got to believe they want to score 7, but they also don't want to leave a whole lot of time left for Pittsburgh.
Yeah, they can't afford to leave any time for Pittsburgh.
Where the Passion have been moving the ball. Of course, Passion, the 3 scoring drives and then 1 on special teams and that fake punt. And all that being said, if the whole game looks completely different here for the Divas. If you can get into the end zone before half and cut it to a 2-score game, and of course you do get the ball coming out of the locker room.
Well, I love it when I hear people say it's football weather. Most of the people say it's football weather are indoors, But this breeze and coolness does seem to make me remember that this is a nice weather to play ball in.
People here tonight on that Pittsburgh side. Pittsburgh brought some people. I don't know if you noticed on the visitor sidelines. Usually these games are empty, but not in this case. Pittsburgh.
Well, it should have had it's a heck of a franchise.
Yeah, brought some people with them. So 2-minute timeout. Coming out of the timeout, Divas will have it. 1st and goal to goal. And the ball is at the 3-yard line officially. So, this is going to be Congialdi sneak territory. Sims is in there as the back. Obviously the power back. Sims, go. It's going to be Congialdi straight ahead into the end zone. Touchdown. Another Amanda Congialdi touchdown run. And she made the tackler pay, too.
Yeah, she sold the drop back. That's really key. I mean, she's a flat-out baller. No doubt about it, man. Love her competitive spirit. But she's mirrored this time because Pittsburgh, they've earned the right to be respected in the way. Watch this. Even though she could even sold it more. Watch the way she finishes. Yeah, that was physical finish at the touchdown marker. Well done.
So now Emily Smith in for the extra point after that. What was a 13-play, 99-yard drive. Wow. With what's officially a 2-yard touchdown run from Congialdi. Took 6 minutes and 24 seconds. And Smith splits the extra points.
Yeah, that was important.
Beautiful. So 2-touchdown game, 28-14, 1:55 to go here. Now, you got to cover a kick really well here. You can't give Pittsburgh good field position. And I believe Pittsburgh has all 3 timeouts left as well.
Yeah, they got to get in at halftime. And somebody's got to tear the paint off the walls in that locker room to get them jacked up mentally to come out and compete because Pittsburgh is not going to go away. They're not going to shrink. They're going to swell up on you. And I'm not convinced yet that the Divas understand who and what they're up against.
All right, coming out of off the sideline, we'll see who this Passion send back. It looks like Malarski is one of the deep receivers, and yes, Meister's the other. So probably 2 players you want to avoid if at all possible. You get the football to. Although Meister now is playing more as the up, and now she's going to go back. So Meister and Malarski will be the deep receivers. So Krista Kelly here getting ready to tee this thing up. 28-14. A lot of scoring here in this opening half.
Number 47, Kelly.
Malarski and Meister stand at the 19. Their own 19s waiting for the football. Here comes Kelly. Low driving kick. Skips. Meister's going to pick it up at the 18-yard line. Now she's going to go far side of the field towards her own sideline. Got some blockers there. Meister trying to get the corner and gets pushed out of bounds. Looks like maybe the 35 with a marker out. So pretty good coverage by the Divas.
Yeah, good job.
Yeah, 33-yard line they gave her. So good coverage here by the Divas.
Yeah, they strung her out and didn't let her get the edge, get the corner. Job well done because she is legitimately dangerous.
So see what Marcelina Chavez and this offense have planned here. With the way they run the ball and throw the ball, I mean, they've been explosive either way, right? I mean, they've had explosive runs, and they do, again, have 3 timeouts at their disposal. So Chavez is going to bring in what is the new running back, number 20. That is Ari Smith, the first time we've seen her tonight. So Smith takes it left side, makes one player miss, got the 30, 35, pushed out of bounds at like the 36, 37-yard line. So pretty strong run, 4 yards.
Decent to only give up 4. You need a TFL, tackle for loss.
So second
you need a
down.
disruptive play if you're the Divas.
So $1:40 left in this half. And again, Smith, his first look at her tonight. They have a fresh stable of backs, that's for sure. So out of the pistol, Chavez now going to pass, rolling to her right. Looks over here, caught. And upfield is Johnson, who gets pushed out of bounds after a first down at the 48-yard line. And again, getting out of bounds, stopping the clock.
Too easy.
So Cody Johnson, real simple pitch and catches. The Passion in business now here at the 48-yard line. Still on their side of the field, but 1st and 10, a minute 33, a lot of time.
And they're not thinking field goal. They're thinking touchdown.
And again, Smith behind Chavez. Now going to go to move over to Chavez's left. Give to Smith a little end and around. Now, little flea flicker. Chavez loaded up, and it's picked off by Ching Johnson at the 36-yard line of the Divas. And the Divas now with a $1:25 left might have an opportunity for some more points.
Yeah, they forced that. Big mistake. A little surprised in Pittsburgh would make that type of error. Now, do you make them pay for it or not? Because there's enough clock. You get in the end zone now, you have flipped the script.
So let's take another look at this. Yeah,
I like the razzle-dazzle, but do you throw that? No, bad throw.
I think Johnson was open on the sideline. She threw it to the inside. She didn't throw it to the outside.
Yeah, right.
Bad ball location.
Bad. She was the wrong person to have given that responsibility to.
Yeah, you don't want to go after Johnson because
no,
for the Divas, Ching Johnson, playmaker. So Struber in the game for the Divas in the backfield with Congialdi. She's got 2 receivers to her left, 2 to the right. So 4 wide in this formation.
Lois Cook has been quiet today.
Will the Divas try to maybe sneak a run in here first just to see how this goes? No, back to pass. Congialdi loading up. Slant, through the hands of Howell, who's been so good tonight, but maybe at that time could not bring it in.
How bad do you want to be? How do you want it?
We got an injured player for the Passion as well. Looks like number 9.
Yeah, you don't want anybody hurt. But right now, if you're the Divas, you need to get focused on what we're going to do offensively to get in the end zone, and that will really swing the tide back in your favor.
We're good there. Looking at her left elbow. It's a good defensive player for this Passion team. So Divas get to talk it over here with the coaches as they have this
There's no way
time.
you imagined that with 1:21 to go in the second quarter that you'd have possession. There's no way you thought that.
No, it's a huge break. I mean,
Yeah,
if you can, especially if you can get points.
Yeah. No, they have to get points if they want to win the ball game.
Because then again, coming out of halftime, they'll have it first. So
that's why you want to get points. Now you want to double down. Because they're behind the 8 ball. The Passion have shown right now that they're better at what they're doing, but that doesn't mean the Divas can't win.
All right, Divas now 2nd and 10. And Buckman now in the backfield with Congialdi. Congialdi rolling left. Trying to load up, throwing downfield and into coverage. And is that picked off? It is. Turns it over as Denacia Harris makes her 3rd interception of the season.
Yeah, Denacia, playmaker.
Yeah, that's, again, like Johnson, not the person on the other side of the field you want to test. So that is a pick, and now suddenly 1:13 left. Still got a couple timeouts for Pittsburgh. 45-yard line. That's great field position.
I want you to go for it. But you got to make sure it's either your people get it or nobody gets it.
So Divas turned it back over.
Yep. And
second turnover of the game, right? They had the fumble, the kickoff, that plus a fake punt. It's almost like 3 of them.
Now you got to double down. Now there's no way you can give it back on the scoreboard.
Chavez out of the pistol with Malarski behind her. Chavez looking to load up. She throws and low and caught. That's going to be in bounds, though, at the 49-yard line. And that is Cordelia.
She really placed that block in a way that either I get it or nobody gets it.
Yeah, Cordelia did a good job catching that low ball.
Yes, she did.
Clock still moving, though, under a minute, 55, 53.
I'd be greedy. You could try to get 3.
So Chavez, again, out of the pistol. Malarski in the backfield. Chavez going to roll right. She's got space. She wants to run. Instead, she throws behind her receiver, Meister. Tell you what, it looked like Chavez had a lot of real estate if she wanted to cut it loose, because she could have gotten to the sideline, at least got out of bounds.
Yeah.
And again, they have timeouts. It's not like they have to be out of bounds on every play.
She's so good that I hate to question her. She had Meyer, I thought, one-on-one. Thought she would have taken that shot.
So 3rd and 4 coming up. Again, still a lot of time, 38 seconds to go. Again, with the first down, the clock stops. Plus, Pittsburgh does have timeouts still. Chavez out of the pistol. Gets a snap. Rolling to her right, under pressure. Jenkins Chaser throws it high and incomplete. Trying to get Malarski, but a late hit. Oh, no. They're going to get a late hit on the Divas. I think that's going to go on.
I think it's Adams.
Chi Adams, yeah.
Yeah, I love the hustle.
Adams, or is it going to be a hold? It might be. Is it a hold or a late hit?
I think it's contact. And I loved her effort. Watch the pursuit.
There's 2 flags. Let's see.
Because I thought
this Jenkins is pursuing, and then here, and then see, we lost it. I think it was a hit. She cleaned the quarterback.
Yeah.
And we might have offsetting penalties, though, because there was a flag over here. There's 2 flags. We'll see what the officials tell us after all this. And again, with 32 seconds to go in this half.
It's almost been an hour on this last quarter's been.
Yeah, this last quarter's so much scoring.
It's been tug-of-war.
Been a lot going on. Personal foul on the Divas, roughing the passer. Then a sportsmanlike on the Passion. So I believe those will offset.
Yeah, that was after the play.
Can't hear me. The microphone's not working, so offsetting penalties. It's like watching a mime work at the Central Park. Except he's an official. All right, 32 seconds to go in this half, so it's like the play never happened. 3rd and 4 once again for Pittsburgh. And Chavez with Malarski to her left. Receiver coming in motion is Meyer. Fake to Meyer. Chavez trying the right side. Now she's bouncing it out here to the near side. She's got the room, and she's going to have the first down a little bit more. Pushed out of bounds, but she did get the first. Johnson took her down out of bounds, so 24 seconds to go. Pittsburgh's drive continues. Boy, she's got the jets, doesn't she?
Man. She is so competitive.
She's got jets. Let's watch this again. Stop. Whoop.
Yeah, turbo.
Right here.
Yeah, turbo.
And then gets those shoulders. No, she knew where she had to get. It's never in doubt. She was getting that. She was going to get the sideline either way. So here we go. 1st and 10 at the Divas 41-yard line. Chavez. Back to pass. Going deep over the middle. He's got a receiver. No, picked off. Shane Johnson again. Johnson, it gets taken down at the 28. So the Divas thwart another Pittsburgh drive thanks to Ching Johnson coming up with her 2nd pick of the night with 15 seconds to go in this opening half.
Playmaker who makes plays. And that is really unfortunate if you're a fan of the Passion. You just giving away opportunities to shut the door and you get reckless, and that's just something you don't want to see happen. But if you're with the Divas, you say, go, girl, go.
Now, I think the 15's probably not enough time for the Divas to do anything. But
well, I need to pass.
I don't know. It's been a crazier things have happened.
You can bait them into a PI.
Catch them sleeping, maybe?
Yeah, well, try to get contact on a bomb.
We know Congialdi's got the gun.
Care. Yeah, you don't even care.
She's got a rifle, so we'll see.
Pick it off, but you might get some contact.
Congialdi rolling left again. She's trying to load up. Throws across the middle. She's got a receiver. Britt! 45. Still on her feet at the 40. Taken down into Passion territory. And the Divas are going to have to burn a timeout. 5 seconds to go in half. And the Divas, with a big play over the top, put themselves in a shot at least at a Hail Mary here before half.
See? You see? You never stop trying to score. And what do you have to lose? I mean, you're behind in this thing. Threaten them deep. Put the pressure on them, protect. You've got a baller at quarterback. Let her sling it.
Really good play there. I mean, what Britt could break that tackle.
Yeah.
That would have been something. But she did a good job making sure, because they were trying to strip that football. Haley Van Voorhis is coming to the game as one of the receivers. She's got some wheels, so I think they're getting ready to load this thing up from the 40-yard line of the Passion. Probably be the last play barring a defensive penalty of the half. Divas trying to get some points. So trips to the right of Congialdi. The one receiver here on the near side is Haley Van Voorhis. And the lone back to the left of Congialdi in the formation is Harmony Buckman. Here's the snap. Loading up. Congialdi going to Van Voorhis, who's behind her receiver, or the DB, but incomplete. Underthrew the receiver, and that'll end the half.
Well,
I like the idea.
Hands on it too. Great effort.
Yeah, she just underthrew it. It's I think it was a good setup because they were
flag. We got card. No, we don't. Okay.
Trying to get everybody looking to the opposite side, and then they went to the near side.
Yeah.
So that'll do it at half. It's a 28-14 game. Divas trail the Passion, but we'll have the ball first coming out of the locker room after deferring. So a fast-moving and entertaining first half. Stick with us. We've got halftime festivities in the second half straight ahead. You're watching the Passion of Divas WFA action.
What does it mean to be a DC Diva? I can tell you what it's not. It's not about one player seeking all the glory, or one player fighting to be an MVP. It's about a team fighting together. Women's tackle football is reserved for the resilient. This game is not for the weak. And if you haven't counted up the immense cost to be part of this sisterhood, don't even step foot on this field. You will hurt. You will feel real pain. And you will have to earn your keep. In the end, you know one simple fact. We will make it. So what does it mean to be a DC Diva? It means to play for the name on your chest and not on your back. And when you get that, you know you're part of something bigger. Football is a man's game. Women aren't strong enough. Fast enough. Good enough. Until one day, the script was rewritten.
A 30-second Super Bowl commercial now costs advertisers an average of $7 million. That's $233,333 per second.
If the top brands invested just 1 second into women's pro football, the impact would be huge. 1 second would cover the cost for an entire team for a whole season.
People ask why women's football is so important in our society, and it's because we're so diverse. Football brings together women of all backgrounds, all walks of life. It celebrates all body types, so there's representation out there for those little girls, every little girl out there who dreams of being an athlete.
Give us a second.
Give us a second.
Give us a second.
Here's to the crazy ones, the misfits, the rebels, the troublemakers, the round pegs in the square holes, the ones who see things differently. They're not fond of rules, and they have no respect for the status quo. You can quote them, disagree with them, glorify or vilify them, but the only thing you can't do is ignore them, because they change things. They push the human race forward. And while some see them as the crazy ones, we see genius. Because the women who are crazy enough to think that they can change the world are the ones who do.
My name is T. Roberts. I'm the fullback for the Tampa Bay Inferno. Just to see women in like the NFL, coaching and referee standpoints, and see us in higher power positions like that, I think that it is now time for them to recognize that we do the same exact thing that the men do. We're no different than anybody else. We put blood, sweat, and tears on the field just like the men do. We wear the helmet, the shoulder pads, the cleats. And I think that the more we continue to push as women, we'll continue to grow the sport. Now the world is finally starting to recognize and realize that we're just as powerful as anybody else.
People ask me all the time, why do I play football? And the answer is simple. I like to hit people and not get in trouble for it. But the other reason, more importantly, is the bond that I share with my team. My teammates become my family, and that is something that I've been able to cherish throughout the years. Women athletes move mountains, and as powerful as we are and as powerful as we feel, one thing that we cannot avoid is life. Life happens, and we are not immune to bad days. I had my own personal struggle with a lot of bad days last year. I was dealing with depression. It was the first time I'd ever felt it, and I didn't even realize I was going through it half the time. But my mom died of cancer, and I was her caregiver for several months, and to see and feel and watch her transition was a very difficult experience. And then she died. And then I had to have a new journey and a new perspective in life. And I just want to encourage you and remind you that there is no one way to grieve. There is no one way to heal. And just because you are grieving or healing does not mean life stops happening. Sometimes life will hit you with one tackle. Other times it's a pile on. But just know that no matter who you are, where you are, no matter who I am, where I am, we all have to go through life. And so I'm right here with you. Lean in on those that you cherish, whether it be a team, your friends, your family. And if all else fails, let's go play football.
My name is Adrienne Smith. I am the inventor and founder of Blitz Champs. One day I was like, you know what? It would be great if I had a product that could help spread the love and joy and knowledge of football. And I thought, oh, what if it were like a card game, almost like the football version of Uno? I went to sleep, and the next morning I woke up and I had the idea for Blitz Champs. The biggest challenge was really getting the capital. It's something that minority companies face in this country all the time. I really had to just start working multiple jobs and use the majority of my savings to create prototypes for Blitz Champs and to get it to where we are today. The artwork that you see in the game, we've got all hues, we're representing all races, we're representing men, women, boys, and girls. Blitz Champs was a way for me to give that love, that passion that I have for football. I wanted other people to experience it. I wanted kids, I wanted adults, I wanted those who maybe could not play football at the highest level. I still wanted them to love the game, to learn the game, and experience what it feels like to be a champion.
Feeling pain? Know all of your options before surgery. The top physicians at Regenerative Orthopedics and Sports Medicine are leading the way in regenerative medicine. Take a new path to healing with non-surgical treatments and state-of-the-art orthopedic care. Patients are avoiding unnecessary surgeries every day at locations across the DMV. Find out what regenerative therapies can do for you and schedule your virtual or in-person consultation with Regenerative Orthopedics and Sports Medicine. Start your dynamic diagnosis and treatment plan now at rosm.org.
And now another contractor spotlight from IBEW Local 26.
Hi, my name is Joel Brown, President, Brown Electric Group, LLC. We are a proud signatory contractor of IBEW Local 26. IBEW Local 26, they provide my company with knowledgeable, skilled, talented, articulate electricians that I don't mind being the face of my company on service projects, commercial projects, larger projects, and oftentimes these electricians are exceeding the requirements of the owner and the client. It gives Brown Electric Group a leg up. You need knowledgeable, skilled electricians. I can go to IBEW Local 26 and get those guys that have gone through 5 years of school, men and women that are licensed. For a company such as myself that's trying to grow, I can't get that anywhere else.
To start growing your electrical business, go to ibewlocal26.org and click Business Opportunities. IBEW Local 26, where electrical contractors come to grow.
Unnecessary surgery. This Good Morning Washington Spotlight on Your Health is sponsored by Regenerative Orthopedics and Sports Medicine.
Well, today we are at Regenerative Orthopedics and Sports Medicine at one of their many locations across the DMV. Maybe you are in pain, maybe you have arthritis, and maybe surgery is on the table. There are other options. Today we're with Dr. John Farrell of ROSM, the managing partner and co-founder. So tell us a little bit about options for patients that are in pain, because, a lot of times you think surgery is the only option, but apparently not.
No, yeah, so when we talk about the mission at ROSM, we're talking about redefining orthopedics and sports medicine, right? When we look at the way that orthopedics has been practiced historically, we start off at the top of the food chain. So if you roll your ankle and there's nothing surgical, why do you start off with the orthopedic surgeon, right? If you get chest pain, you don't start off with a cardiothoracic surgeon, you're gonna start off with a cardiologist. So we are the non-surgical branch of orthopedics. So we're able to give them different options that typically aren't presented for them. We have more research coming out showing that cortisone is detrimental, and a lot of people are getting cortisone shots left and right. And we find out that study after study shows it can deteriorate the joint, cause small tears to get larger, and it's really not a great long-term option.
Yeah. So again, why don't you explain a little bit the difference between regenerative orthopedics and traditional orthopedic surgery?
Absolutely. So we're going to be a lot more conservative. We tend to spend a lot more time with the patients. And we use things like musculoskeletal ultrasound that allows us to see soft tissue instead of just bone on x-ray in order to heal things, repair, and to follow it over time. And so we have a lot of non-surgical injections that can be healing, reparative, or at least calm down inflammation without causing detriment or damage like cortisone.
Yeah, so talk about the patient experience and the outcome that some of your patients have experienced.
Absolutely. So the patient experience, we usually spend 30 minutes with our patient. It gives us plenty of time to get a great history, do a great physical exam, use the musculoskeletal ultrasound to scan the area of pathology, and then we can talk about treatment options, and we even have enough time to actually start a treatment the very first visit if needed. And this allows us to then, over time, allow them to come back, and let's say if they have a tear in their rotator cuff, we do a treatment, 6 weeks later, we can rescan it, see evidence of healing over time. So not only do you feel better, you can actually see the improvement.
And what's amazing is they do work with insurance. So that is always, I think, kind of top of mind when anybody's looking for a provider. You talk a little bit about a treatment gap here. Can you talk more about that?
Absolutely. The treatment gap is that time between when people have tried conservative options like physical therapy or chiropractic care and before they're ready to move on to a major surgery. And so we find that a lot of people are in a treatment gap for about 2 to 9 years. And so this is a time when they start to gain weight, they start to not live a healthy lifestyle because they're in pain and they can't be active. Those are perfect patients for us because we have different injections and options that can help to get them out of pain so they can live a healthier, happier life.
You know, it's life-changing. You are giving people back that time. Let's talk a little bit about some of the procedures that you offer here at your offices.
Absolutely. So we do things like prolotherapy, which is injecting dextrose and lidocaine into an area to create an irritation, to trick your body into thinking that a new injury had occurred, so your body wants to try to heal or get that better with its own stem cells. The next step up from that is to use platelet-rich plasma, where we use your own blood, we spin it down in a centrifuge, we get rid of the red and white blood cells, but we keep the platelets. These platelets contain growth factors that serve as a magnet or a beacon to tell stem cells where to come, and they start to heal and repair areas of pathology. And then our strongest option is to use bone marrow or microfragmented adipose. Both of these contain mesenchymal stem cells. So these serve as a reparative, cushioning area to help decrease inflammation, but also to repair areas that are injured.
I feel like you are giving so many of our viewers hope right now. You heard the phones. If you want to maybe get a consultation, look at some other options, make sure that you connect with Regenerative Orthopedics and Sports Medicine. All of the information is on your screen. And again, they've got locations across the DMV, 6 locations to be exact. So give us a call right now. Thank you so much, Dr. John.
Thanks for being here.
You have an air conditioning emergency? If so, you need HVAC 911. Call 301-939-0499 or visit HVAC911.com/EC for service 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. The most skilled and experienced HVAC technicians in the DMV are only a call away. 301-939-0499 or visit HVAC911.com/EC for service 24 hours a day, 7 days a week.
Brought to you by Steamfitters Local 602.
What does it mean to be a DC Diva? I can tell you what it's not. It's not about one player seeking all the glory or one player fighting to be an MVP. It's about a team fighting together. Women's tackle football is reserved for the resilient. This game is not for the weak. And if you haven't counted up the immense cost to be part of this sisterhood, don't even step foot on this field. You will hurt. You will feel real pain. And you will have to earn your keep. In the end, you know one simple fact. We will make it. So what does it mean to be a DC Diva? It means to play for the name on your chest and not on your back. And when you get that, you know you're part of something bigger.
Welcome back as we get ready to start the second half. Pittsburgh Passion lead the DC Divas 28-14. Scott Jackson, Doc Walker here with you at Annandale High School, just outside of the nation's capital. As you look at the first half numbers for Divas quarterback and Amanda Congialdi, Doc, 13 of 20, 163 yards passing. It does have 2 rushing touchdowns, was intercepted once as well. But Amanda's been able to do some things moving the football with this Divas team.
Yeah, she's had some opportunities. The one pick was crushing. She's competitive. They've had shots. They just have to capitalize on them.
So looking at some of the highlights from this opening half, it was Pittsburgh got on the board first. That opening drive there is their do-everything quarterback, Marcelina Chavez.
Chavez is real.
That was off of that play there was off of a fake punt as Meister throws to Malarski for the touchdown. And there was Chavez trying to load one up, but Ching Johnson, make that Van Voorhees makes the play on that one. Ching Johnson also has a couple interceptions in this football game. And there's Amanda Congialdi capping off one of the 2 touchdown drives. She has just 2 touchdown runs. And the Divas will get the ball first to start the second half. Thank you to Beatty Management Company for today's game broadcast partnership and their support of the DC Divas. Beatty owns, operates, and develops neighborhood and community shopping centers strategically located in the most desirable and productive markets throughout the greater Washington, D.C. and South Carolina markets. So for the Divas here, clearly you want to cap this drive off. Cut this thing, get yourself back in the football game, put the pressure on Pittsburgh. Because if you're not able to come up with points, then the Passion can really be patient, work the clock, and not necessarily worry about always the kill shot plays on you.
Yeah, what's noticeable to me is that the Divas have got to play with an exceptional amount of enthusiasm. They've got to be pumped up because Pittsburgh is just better. And they got to prove me wrong on that. My eyes don't lie. And I'm telling you right now that the Divas have to take it from the Passion. I hope the Passion give it away. Other than that, I'm not a believer.
So the Divas will be going left to right in the third quarter here. Send back to deep to receive will be Chink Johnson and Sienna Britt, both standing at the 19-yard line. And Cody Johnson, number 86, will tee it up for the Passion. Passion in the black and gold and the black helmets, the gold logo. Divas in the burgundy and gold, all burgundy and burgundy tonight. Pants and tops, the white trim, letters, numbers. And we're about to get underway here in this third quarter. Divas some work to do, down 28-14. Johnson's kick high, end over end kick, and Britt will take it to the 21. Britt straight ahead 30, got the 35, through some traffic to the 43-yard line where she'll get taken down. That's where the Divas will start their opening drive of the second half. Good field position.
Yeah. Really good field position. Now I'm curious, that offensive line, DC's, they're capable. They just got to make it on them. I don't know after the first snap who their frame of mind is.
We'll see what looks like the starting groups out there, at least in terms of the running back, with Harmony Buckman back out there. As Congialdi now in the huddle, break it out. It'll be trips coming here to the near side with Blakey, Kelly, and Johnson. Lois Cook, the far side receiver, and again Buckman. Now Johnson goes in motion. Buckman, the lone back. And the give, the fake. Now hand straight ahead to Buckman, who's going to rattle up maybe the line of scrimmage. That's it. Boy, Pittsburgh was right on that play.
Yeah, well, it's mano-a-mano now. I'm not mad at you. I wanted to see how physical the Divas would be on this. And they come right out of the stand standing up. You got to get leverage, man. You got to come off low, and you got to go through your opponent.
Grant with the tackle, but really it was, shocker, Caitlin Niedermeyer that made it happen because she came through, and Buckman had to change directions. Back to pass, Congialdi loads up far side, overthrows, cooked it to Blakey, who had a step or two on her defender. And that's going to bring up now a third and make it 10 for the Divas. A little too much heat on that one.
Now you put yourself in a situation where you have to make a play. You cannot come out of halftime and crap in the bid 3 and out. That's unacceptable.
So Congialdi, this time we'll have 2 receivers each side, and again, Buckman the lone back. 3rd and 10 for the Divas. They got to get to the 47 of the Passion. Congialdi with time, throws it, caught, and first down from Howell. Nabia Howell. Really nice route.
Good pass pro.
Easy pass and catch there.
And that's what's so irritating. I mean, because do that on first down.
14-yard pickup when they needed it. Big time. So Divas in Passion territory here in this opening drive of the second half. Buckman now in motion here to the near side. Congialdi loading up, going deep. Kelly caught it this time. 15, 10, 5, touchdown Divas. And she gets pulled down as she goes into the end zone. But the Divas have cut it to a 1-score game.
Just what the doctor ordered. You know, don't fool me. Come out and play up to your potential. That's what you have in you. Get it out. Because Pittsburgh's no joke. Watch the pass pro. You got good sets, body on body, good ball, great route, throw, catch, score. What took you so long?
Kelly missed a couple of those earlier, and this time they did not miss. That's a 43-yard pass play that caps off the 4-play 57-yard drive that took just a minute, 22 seconds here in the opening part of this second half. So Divas strike quickly now. See if Emily Smith can make it a 7-point game as she is in for the extra point with Johnson, the holder. And snaps low. Kick is up. Just gets it in good. And we got a flag on the play. I don't know if Pittsburgh got off early because they were right in the backfield.
Well, you want to hope they can so you can try to get 2.
See what the call is here. Appears to be on the defense. And, yeah, what are the Divas are clapping. And they're going to decline it. They're going to keep the kick. So 28 – it was a legal substitution, actually. So 28-21 after the PAT goes through. And it is a 7-point ball game. So the Divas coming out of that locker room with a little bit of urgency and some big plays, most importantly. Local 26 has the best electricians in Washington, D.C., Maryland, and Virginia. Earn while you learn. Local 26 provides the highest quality technical training to its members. Their apprenticeship training and residential upgrade programs are top-notch, and no one can compete with the level of skilled craftsmanship that their journeymen bring to the job site, from the White House to the World War II Memorial to the National Stadium to the National Harbor. For more information, browse their new website, and as always, build a union, be union. So fans here got something to cheer about here in the early part of this second half for the Divas as they get ready to tee it up. And, of course, then there's the other part of this, Doc. If you're going to come back in the game, you got to actually stop this offense that has been pretty tough to stop so far, right?
Yeah, you do.
You know, it's good that the offense finally answered the bell, but your defense needs to really do it here.
Well, you got to convince yourself that you're going to be a good football team. You can talk all you want. Proof's in the pudding. The Divas have the potential. The question is, do they have the mental fortitude to finish the job?
Back deep, Meister and Malarski standing at the 15-yard line. Here comes Kelly, low liner, and overthrew Malarski's hand. She's going to have to run back and grab it at the 10. Heads up field. She's got the 15. Stops. Makes one tackler miss. Gets the 20. Gets stacked up right there. Great coverage from the Divas. That worked out very well. Really good kickoff by Christy Kelly.
Take advantage of the opponent's mistakes. You can either force them into error or they can be careless. Big 5 minutes for D.C. now. See what the defense can do to answer this. Special teams have stepped up. Offense has stepped up. Defense, what you gonna do?
So Marcelina Chavez comes off the sideline. Played a big game here tonight. She has turned the ball over, though. Been thrown 3 interceptions. Now the Divas have not necessarily made her pay on those spots, but they did stop this offense. So Chavez out of the huddle. She's going to have Ellie Malarski behind her. She's in the pistol. 2 receivers here on the near side. Now Malarski comes up to the left of Chavez. Takes the snap, and she keeps it going straight ahead. She's got about 5 yards and face mask. Oh, boy, that's going to add on some more, as I think the Divas definitely got a piece of the face mask or horse collar. That was Bullock, maybe.
Bullock, okay.
Yeah, I think 92 got her.
Yeah.
Bullock, who's now on the ground.
Yeah. Yeah, you got to play smart,
Nikita,
man.
yeah. Chavez is so quick and short, it's hard to see it right here. It was Jenkins set the edge. Oh, yeah, that's an obvious face. That's an easy one.
That's brutal.
Yeah, Nikita definitely got her on the face mask. That's a big break there. That's a 20-yard play. 21-yard play after a 6-yard run.
When we talk about caveman, to be just creatures, but it takes high IQ to win. That was a low IQ play.
So now out of the pistol, Chavez with Malarski behind her, and 2 receivers near 2 to the far. Chavez gives it to Malarski. He's got the right side. She's got the 45. She's got the 50 inside Divas territory, but it's coming back. I think we got a legal block.
Well, when you get hooked, I was about to say, if you get hooked and you give up the edge, you get a playback. We forgive you.
Yeah, it's coming back. So there was a lot of space out there for a reason. So Holding's going to back him up all the way back to the 33-yard line. So that erases.
Yeah, Pitt's trying to give DC every advantage to get back in this ball game. Question is, are they going to be ornery enough to take it?
So 1st and 18 now for Pittsburgh. This time Chavez in the empty backfield. Now coming on the field late is Chavez, actually. Excuse me, that Chavez is coming out on the field now. Paladin behind her, Sarah Paladin. Out of the pistol. Now Chavez going to go right. She's going to run it the whole way. She's not even thinking about anything else. She's got the corner, and she's got the first down. What a run. Wow. All the way past the marker at the 49 of the Divas down to the 46. So 1st and 10, Pittsburgh. Actually making the 44. Excellent run.
And watch the guard. The hook play 73 out in the flank. Edges with great runners give you too much real estate. Very well executed by Pittsburgh.
22-yard pickup on 1st and 10, or 1st and 18, excuse me. And straight ahead, Malarski just kind of picking her way through there. And finally gets taken down by Carrie Hall. And that is another really strong run on 1st and 10.
Kylie Roebuck did a really good job of pinning and plastering up front.
Jamaica Sharp was in on the tackle first. But here comes, see Teresa Khan over there on the sideline. You see Chavez out of the pistol again. Malarski next to her. Play action. She's going to load up, throws to the near side. Caught Johnson. She's got the first down and a little bit more. She rolls over the defender, Chink Johnson, and she's going to be taken down around the 31-yard line. So 1st and 10 for the Passion.
At least Johnson was there. I give Johnson credit.
Another flag, though. Let's see if that's going to erase it. Although they're pointing. The ref, I don't know if the ref's pointing towards, it was offside Divas, so they're going to decline that. So Divas were offside, didn't help.
Offside against the Divas. Penalty is declined. First down for Pittsburgh.
So Pittsburgh in business trying to answer the Divas' early touchdown in this half at the 30-yard line of the Divas now. 1st and 10. This is their opening drive of the half. Marcelina Chavez out of the pistol. Ellie Malarski, number 22, right behind her now. She's going to come up to her right. Here the Divas fans trying to get their defense in on this one. There goes Chavez to Meister. Meister's got some space. Runs through a tackle. She might take it all the way. No, instead she's taken down. Taken down just in time before she gets it by Sharp, luckily, but that's a 1st and goal to goal.
Yeah, Haley's got to do a better job in there of slowing up. If you don't make the play, you got to be more of a factor in derailing the play and allowing your teammates to come in and help out. That's just not a good enough effort.
24-yard pickup.
Yeah, we're arm tackling. People are running out of your arm tackles. It's not going to get the job done.
It's a 24-yard pickup, first and goal now from the 5-yard line. Chavez gives it to Malarski, going to go to the left side. Can she beat Rivas? She does. Van Voorhees gets a stiff arm into her face, and in the end zone is Malarski. That is a nasty stiff arm she has. And she's done this multiple times tonight. Wow.
Yeah, no, she's a beast.
Ellie Malarski with an angry run for a 5-yard touchdown run.
Yeah. Who wants it more? Prime example of that. You put the film out, you don't have to say much. Divas is not a lack of effort, but right at the point of attack, is that it?
That right arm is a weapon.
Yeah.
And another touchdown for Malarski, and that is a great answer from this Pittsburgh team. So the Divas cut it to a touchdown. So 7 plays, 79 yards, 6-yard touchdown run officially, 3 minutes and 37 seconds. The drive summary there. And it looks like the Passion are going to stay on the field and play for two here, go for two here. With,
if you get a stop here, DC's still in the mix.
So going for two. Johnson's the fullback. Malarski is the running back, and Chavez under center. Chavez looks like they went the wrong way. Now she's going right. She's got all kinds of space over there. She's got the corner and then some. Touchdown, or 2-point play, excuse me. Too easy.
That was just zero resistance.
She is so fast coming around that edge, and they said it. They didn't set it. The Divas didn't set it. That is way too easy of a 2-point play there. It's a 15-point game, so still a 2-score game, but makes it a little bit more challenging for the Divas down here with 10:01 to go in the third quarter. Since 1890, the Plumbers and Gas Fitters Local 5 has been committed to protecting the health of our nation's capital. We have made the commitment to our members in our community for over 100 years and will dedicate ourselves to be there for our future generations. All right, 10:01 to go, and Pittsburgh with a big answer to the Divas drive. Now the Divas offense, once again, will have to find an answer themselves.
Yeah, dogfight. And that's what happens throughout the course of a season. You're going to run into this, but to have this enthusiastic home crowd, they deserve better.
And they were into it too after that touchdown because of the 7, and then Pittsburgh just answers right away. So Johnson to tee it up, back deep for the Divas at the around the 20-yard line is Sienna Britt and Ching Johnson, two players that can certainly make something happen on in the return game. Divas are going to need pretty much to answer in a hurry here. Short kick. Van Voorhees has it. Haley at the 35. It gets cut up and fumbles the football, but luckily picked up by Whitney Sims right there on the spot. Woo! The Divas caught a break there. They'll be first and 10 at their own 38, but great job by Whitney to pick it up.
Look at Whitney's cage. You know Whitney's not supposed to have the ball.
Yeah.
But I love that.
Whitney did a good job picking that thing up after Haley's got it knocked away.
She's an athlete. She shows some athleticism.
Let's watch this again. So there's a couple times the Divas have left it out there, and the Passion do a great job punching it out. Right there, just a good tackle.
Put the ball helmet right on the ball. Look at the gold shirts. Where the burgundy shirts? Just swarming the ball, man, like a pack of hyenas.
So 9:51 to go in the third. Divas find themselves back down by 2 scores, 15 this time. Largest deficit as Manikanji-Aldi has Struber next to her left. Sims is kind of an off-back position. Going to give it to Struber going left behind. Sims is blocking.
Nice block.
Struber, he's got the corner, 45. She's got the 50. Nice run on 1st and 10 and hitting out of the bounds around the 48. Now they give her the 47-yard line. So a really good run by Sarah Struber.
Yeah, and Lois Cook did something really smart. She got in the way and prevented the defender from getting to the ball carrier. I mean, you don't have to be Hercules, but you got to be smart.
See it again.
Smart football play.
Whitney Sims
watch 18 out front. She gets there and avoid 6 doesn't have a chance. That's all you got to do. Do something to help your team move forward.
So 13-yard run officially for Struber as they mark it at the 48-yard line of the Passion. So that's where the Divas are at 1st and 10. Struber, this time Kanji-Aldi's going to keep it, and she's going to go nowhere. Tries the left side. She gets stacked up. She's still up. They can't get her to the ground. But her forward progress was stopped at the line of scrimmage.
Yeah, you want to avoid those bad plays. Keep your pedal to the metal. It's imperative. They can't afford not to score. They have got to match Pittsburgh's production. And to do that, they got to get the end zone.
Whatever they thought they had on that side was quickly swallowed up.
Yeah, that was not a good plan.
Yeah, it's tough to run against Niedermeyer, 77. You see her right there,
You
the
ain't
defensive
lying.
tackle.
Yeah.
And on the other side there, they have Cash in the game now, 55. That's a tough group. And then Zobovich as well. Here's Britt. She's going to make one tackle or miss. Still on her feet. Good job tight roping it.
That's nice.
Picks up about 5 yards to see where they mark her down. It's going to be inside the 45, make it the 43-yard line. So it's going to bring up a third and about 5 coming up for the Divas.
But that's manageable. That's what they've got to do. They have got to score on every possession. Love the effort.
Yeah, Sienna used a little stiff arm of her own there, the left hand.
Love the effort.
So Struber the back. Howell to the far side of the field, trips here to the near side. Back to pass. Congialdi hits Cook, who gets blown up on that play, and that's going to be incomplete. Really good, quick defense all over it was Garavia.
Garavia got there right at the right time. Excellent timing.
Garaua, Chris Garaua, who was in there in a hurry. Nice play. So 4th and 5 coming up here for the Divas. They're going to stay on the field. Kind of in no man's land here. And again, you need points, down 2 scores. 7:53 to go. Feels like a kind of a big play here in the middle part of the third quarter.
I would agree with you.
So trips to the left of Congialdi. Howell here to the near side, the right. Congialdi going to Howell, who's been great tonight. She catches another one for a first down. Navia Howell, what a night she's having. Move the chains for the Divas. 1st and 10 to the 32.
Yeah, baller. Flat out competitor. Good pocket, clean pocket. You get good results.
Navia, once again, the big catch. Now Congialdi's going to send Struber out from the backfield. So empty backfield. Oh, bad snap. Congialdi just has to fall on it as Niedermeyer falls on her. Oh, boy, blown up play. I don't know what happened there. The center just lost the ball. It was literally it never got off the ground. It was literally rolled back.
Yeah, we take consistency for granted. Teams that do it well make it look easy, and it's not easy. It's not easy.
We're asking centers to do a lot these days with all these pistol shotgun formations, right?
Yeah.
And they very rarely get under center anymore.
First bad snap we've had.
Yeah, from either team. So Struber to the left of Congialdi. You got 2 receivers each side. Congialdi now sends Struber out of the formation. This looks like the same formation last. Another bad snap, low snap. Congialdi loading up, though. Got Howell over the middle. Oh, off her hands. Incomplete at the 10-yard line of the Passion. That could have been a big play. And Dana Blakey on the other side thought she was open, too, I think. Looked like they had a couple options there. Bad snap. Congialdi's looking Howell the whole way.
Yeah, they wasted good pass protection.
Oh.
Yeah, you got to make that play. If you're a receiver and you're good enough, you got to make that play.
So big third down coming up. Make it 3rd and 12 after the loss of yardage on first down. Again, I would think some of the Divas don't go backwards here on this play. They're going to stay out there for 4th if they need it.
Is it Blakely time?
I think Blakey has really been one of the go-to people, her or Howell. And then she's going Blakey. Blakey is open. Caught it! First down. Good call, Doc. Dana Blakey, 1st and 10. So Blakey with a big play. We got an injured Divas offensive lineman. You hate to see that because they've been protecting her. I mean, she's had some excellent protection here tonight.
Yeah, great point.
18-yard reception. Yeah, she got rolled up. Is it 76 out there? Yeah. Jackie Duncan, she just came out of the stance and looked like she got her leg kind of went wide on her. So as they're looking at Duncan, that ball is going to be spotted at the 18. So the Divas will have it 1st and 10 from the Passion 18. Duncan's hopping up. She is tough. Going to walk off the field on one leg, it looks like. She's hopping off. Cannot put pressure on that left foot right now.
Yeah, take the assistance, baby.
So that going to bring Saunders in. I'm trying to see who the shuffle is here.
First down for the Divas. 63, Shelly.
Yeah, they come out of the huddle. We'll probably get a better look at it. But 1st and 10 Divas, big opportunity coming up. Yeah, 53 is actually it's 53, right? Yeah, there's actually a center change. I think LT Williams is at center now, and that's Wimberly who slid over to guard for Saunders. And the give to Struber. And she's going nowhere quickly.
And they don't block
that was blown up right away by.
I understand the concept.
Tiona Cash was in there fast.
Yeah, I understand exactly what they wanted to do. But you have to block somebody. You can't not block anybody and expect the play to work.
Yeah, Cash was on that right away. So that was a no gain. So, yeah, we've got the center slides over to guard, and the center is now Williams.
The clock is not going to be your friend much longer.
Congialdi back to pass. Now under pressure. Held it too long. Time's up, and she gets sacked. First sack of the game for the Passion, and they meet at Congialdi, who apparently had nothing to go to in the back end there. Good coverage.
Well, she got to throw it away. That's on her.
Yeah.
You can't take a sack. It's demoralizing. Toss it away and live for another play.
So 4:50 to go. Clock moving here in this third quarter. So still got a lot of time, but you need to points here for the Divas.
You have got to score in this quarter. Then flip the field. Yeah, you got to level the playing field a bit.
So right now we're going to mark it at the 23. They need to get to the 9. It looks like.
Now, I hate their body language.
So Harmony Buckman back into the backfield. Trips to the right of Congialdi. Back to pass. She's under pressure again. Oh, she had a hot receiver, but Buckman didn't see it. Congialdi.
You got just what you want, 2 for
really
1.
Not happy about that right now.
You got 2 for 1. You got 2 for 1.
Yeah, she's having words with her running back.
Yeah, she should. You got 2 for 1, and you blow it.
So 4th down. Coming up from the 23-yard line. Again, the Divas need to get to the 9, so 3rd and 14 here. Excuse me, 4th and 14 here for the Divas. Big play. I mean, there's no question. You're too far for a field goal. You need points. You're down by 2 touchdowns. You got to go for it.
Oh, you think 7 all night long?
Yeah. And at one point you're going to probably need. And at one point you're going to need 8. Congialdi's going to go over, talk to Britt. And, oh, boy, they had to burn a timeout. You hate to see that. Again, it's only 4:10 left in the third quarter. A lot of confusion. You got players coming in and out. You get some
well, you don't like it, but better to get it right.
True.
Early in the season, these things are not uncommon.
Some of the fans out here right now in that huddle. That's conversation going on. Cazo talking to the O-lineman there. Yes, Cazo having a conversation. Congialdi now talking to Ron Prim, the offense coordinator, and see Ghost Marifel in there as well in the huddle.
Can you imagine a few weeks down the road if we're getting this level of play now? It's a good sign for the league.
Now, this game has been full of big plays.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, both teams have had their own mistakes, but they haven't blinked when they've gotten back on the field. All right, so Buckman in the backfield trips to the right of Congialdi. Again, they need to get to the 9-yard line of the Passion for the first down to continue this drive. 4:10 to go here, and it's a 4th down for the Divas and about 14 to go. Snap. Congialdi rolling to her right. She's under pressure, loads up, throwing towards the end zone, and it's going to be overthrown, incomplete. But we got a flag on the field, and I think we got an eligible player downfield in the Divas. That's going against the Divas. There's a couple flags down. There's a flag there, and then there was another one.
I thought Jones
they both do the same one.
A little bit of cloth.
Yeah, it's on the Divas. They're walking the sideline, so that's going to end this drive with 4:03 to go in the third quarter. So now the Divas defense is going to have to answer in a hurry. An eligible man downfield. I think he pointed the wrong direction. It's not on Pittsburgh. Defense can't do that, but we got the idea. So now the Divas defense feel a little urgent here with 4:03 to go.
Yeah, that's a disappointing effort for the Divas. Because you're never supposed to have a possession and not get any points.
The sack really hurt that drive.
Yeah,
I mean, it
really
killed it.
did.
It was a killer. And you said, I mean,
Yeah.
she could just throw. She's got a great arm. She
Yeah.
could have thrown it in the back of the end zone.
Yeah.
Nobody would, wouldn't have mattered.
Yeah.
You can't hold the ball that long. Take that sack, and that was the first one of the game. And what a big opportunity, or a big moment, I should say, for the Passion. And there were so many players in that sack. I think it's like a third of a sack. There was it seemed like there was 3 of them right there. All right, coming out of the huddle, it's again Chavez, who has been terrific tonight. She is out under center this time. Is Marcelina, and the give to the up back, and that's Johnson barreling straight ahead. The fullback. Wow, fullback's going to get a good carry there on the first down. She's also a tight end. She gets about 6 yards on 1st and 10.
Man, lumberjack rolling through there. I said, what was that?
I'll tell you, the way the Passion have been road grading tonight, you could see them just get stubborn here with the ground game with a 2-score lead.
Oh, yeah, I certainly would.
So Chavez, this time it's Malarski coming here to the far side. She's got the 30, 35, pushes a man off, 40. She's across the 50, 45. Uh-oh, this is trouble. Still on her feet at the 30, 25, 20 with a block. She's going to get in the end zone. Touchdown. Ellie Malarski, huge run for a score. Looking for Laundry. There isn't any. Or is there? There is on the far side of the field here. Uh-oh. That might come back. Malarski's got her hands up trying to talk to the ref, so.
It wouldn't have got her.
It's way downfield, though. It's still going to be a big play. Might have been one of the receivers downfield on the Passion holding. We'll see. The refs are trying to back off the it'll be 10 yards from wherever the thing is, so it's still going to be a huge run for Malarski, but it's not going to be a touchdown. It's coming back, but still going to be a first down. It's going to be deep in Divas territory, either way you look at it. Holding. Oh, it was a blind block. What is saying? Hands to the face, he's saying. Okay. So hands to the face at the 20. It must have been at the 15 or so. So it's now the 29 of the Divas. Either way, big run for Malarski. But look at this. She was 20 yards downfield before anybody touched her.
Yeah, and that's just great athleticism on her part. Poor tackling. Oh, that was brutalized.
Yeah, that was a brutal one.
God,
late.
What was that?
Marcelina Chavez under center. Again, Johnson the back. And Sarah Paladin back in the game, number 10, the deep back. Got receivers on each side. Got a tight end here on the line of scrimmage on the left side. And Paladin's going to go to the right side. She's got the corner, and can she get to the 25? Looks like it, and she gets pushed to the sideline. And it's a 4-yard pickup. Make it a 3-yard pickup on first down because it's a 26, and they were starting at the 29. So
yeah, I'd pay to be at the film study for the Divas this week because there can be some people going to be ready to riot act when you look at the film. You can't quit on plays in the midst of a play. This is to be separated simply by effort.
So 2nd and 7. Clock's moving, or actually now it's stopped. Oh, there it goes, 240 and moving towards 240 and under. And, of course, a 2-score lead right now for the Passion. They could put another one on the board here, really put the Divas in an uncomfortable situation starting the 4th. So I formation behind Chavez, who's under center. Johnson's a fullback, Malarski the tailback. Chavez rolling left. Looking downfield, throwing, and incomplete. Good defense there from Van Voorhees. Blocking it up.
That's competing. That's what I'm talking about.
Bragg could not bring it down, but Van Voorhees was waiting on it. Haley's been involved in a lot of big plays back there today for the Divas in that secondary. Let's get another look at it. Chavez knew where she was going the whole way. She was looking Bragg.
Well, I love what Pitt's doing. They're going for the jugular. They could just run the game out, just run the ball. But they're running their offense.
Malarski is the back behind Chavez, who's now in the pistol here on 3rd down at 7. Pitches it out. Here comes Malarski, left side. Can the Divas stop her? No. 20. Still on her feet. 15. Inside to the 10-yard line. She can take it down and around the 11 by Jenkins. And They're moving the chains again. Malarski is just automatic on that edge.
Yeah, we just got to be firm up the edges.
15-yard run. They needed 7. She got 15.
We're giving teams dual option. Force them in or force them out. Do something in the physical sense. Right now, we're just being dictated to.
And that's your defensive end, Jenkins, making the tackle downfield.
Yeah, 10 yards downfield.
So Chavez coming in from the sideline. Paladin's the deep back. Johnson is the fullback. And receivers on each side here. 1st and 10 from the 14-yard line. Johnson, the fullback's going to get it, and she'll get pulled down inside the 10.
It was a good swarm.
So she gets to about the 8-yard line.
Yeah, 4 guys. You got 4 divas at the point of attack. That's what I'm looking for.
So a 4-yard pickup, they'll call it. It's at the 9. So
and that's still too much.
Yeah. Again, they're just getting the push, or the initial push of the line. So we're coming up on the minute mark here in the 3rd. Pittsburgh right now trying to put a real dent in the Divas' hopes of a W tonight. Here's Chavez under center. Takes it to Paladin. Going right side. She might run for it. No, instead she throws for it. And is it caught? Yes, and it is a touchdown by Meister. Jana Meister.
Did I see a flag come up at the end?
Pass complete to number 85, Meister.
Meister for the score. So 42-21 before the PAT. And under 40 seconds left in this 3rd quarter. That is a huge play.
See anybody give up on that side, on the defensive side of the ball?
What a catch by Meister.
Yeah.
Really good throw, too, by Chavez
to
run. Yeah,
good squad.
7 plays, 77 yards, 3:24 left, or 3:24 off the clock. And it's an 8-yard touchdown pass to Jana Meister from Chavez. Extra point from Johnson is good. So Johnson bangs it through, makes it a 43-21 game. And things have really escalated here in this 3rd quarter.
Yeah, that was a grind drive there. They grinded that bad boy out.
Marcelina Chavez, though, she's really talented, isn't she?
Yeah, she's competitive.
Tough to deal with because she can run on you and then she hits the edge.
Yeah.
Like she did there. I mean, I'm thinking she's going to take it, and instead she obviously puts a dime on Meister, who made a heck of a catch. There's Teresa Kahn, over co-head coach of this team. She's got to be happy with the start here tonight as the Passion, coming off the bye week, looking the part of the team to beat in this conference for sure, the way they're playing right now. So getting ready to tee it up. Johnson back for the Divas. Standing at the 20-yard line again, Chink Johnson and Sienna Britt. Divas could use a quick return for a score. Looks like the scoreboard clock here might have gone lights out on us. But our score bug is working. That's important.
Yeah, that's the main. That's
so
the
we
main
know
thing,
what we know. The people here in the stadium may not know. Referee is now stopping play because he wants. Yes, there you go. Now it's back
baseball
on.
game rained out, man. I'm glad we got a really nice day for ball.
Beautiful day. All right, here we go. This is not your typical Memorial Day weekend weather when you need a sweater.
Yeah, or a light jacket.
Here we go. Johnson teeing it up, kicks it high, and a kick that Johnson right off her chest. Oh, boy, picks it up at the 25 or 29. Now she's off to the races. 40, 45, 50. Oh, there's a flag down to the back end of the play. Oh, and she gets knocked out of bounds at the 37-yard line, 38-yard line of the Passion. But the referee threw a flag way back on this side of the field on the Divas sideline at like the 40-yard line. I don't know what that was for. We'll find out here in a minute. But it might erase what was a tremendous recovery by Chink Johnson after she muffed the initial
Yeah, that was
return.
nice.
She was out of cannon after that. Trying to see what the officials are saying here as they get together. Right now it's spotted at the 38-yard line. Be great field position for the Divas if it stays. They're marking anything off, so I don't know if they're changing the. Oh, they think it's sideline interference potentially, but we're waiting to see. Okay, so it'll be marked off in the Divas if that's the case, because it was on their sideline where they threw it. So here we go. Yeah, sideline interference with the Divas. So it's a 10-yard penalty from the end of the run. 15-yard penalty end of the run. So it's like an unsportsmanlike. Ooh. Takes away most of the return. Not all of it, but most of it. So instead of Passion territory, it starts at the Divas 47-yard line. 23 seconds to go in this third quarter. And Amanda Congialdi, this offense, they need points, and they need them in a hurry. Harmony Buckman in motion, coming to the near side. Congialdi back to pass, under pressure, throws it, caught by Cook at the 48, and gets drugged down at the 45-yard line. So pick up an 8 on 1st and 10 for the Divas. That might
keep rolling.
Might be the last play of the half unless they hurry up. Is 5. Excuse me, the quarter, not the half. The quarter, third quarter here. And I think that will get us to the fourth quarter. Yes, that was the last play of this quarter. So we will be headed to a timeout, switching sides of the field as the Divas got a lot of work to do. Trailing 43-21 as we get ready for the fourth quarter. Don't go anywhere. You're watching the Divas in Passion here on Divas YouTube.
Do you have an air conditioning emergency? If so, you need HVAC 911. Call 301-939-0499 or visit HVAC911.com/EC for service 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. The most skilled and experienced HVAC technicians in the DMV are only a call away. 301-939-0499 or visit HVAC911.com/EC for service 24 hours a day, 7 days a week.
Brought to you by Steam Fitters Local 602.
Attention, veteran plumbers and career-minded young adults. The plumbers of Local 5 Washington, D.C. want you. If you're looking to be trained by the industry's very best and for the most competitive benefits package, retirement plan, and hourly wages, look no further than Local 5. Whether you're a veteran plumber or a young adult starting a career, you can change your future for the better. Contact Local 5 today at local5plumbers.org. That's local5plumbers.org.
Feeling pain? Know all of your options before surgery. The top physicians at Regenerative Orthopedics and Sports Medicine are leading the way in regenerative medicine. Take a new path to healing with non-surgical treatments and state-of-the-art orthopedic care. Patients are avoiding unnecessary surgeries every day at locations across the DMV. Find out what regenerative therapies can do for you and schedule your virtual or in-person consultation with Regenerative Orthopedics and Sports Medicine. Start your dynamic diagnosis and treatment plan now at rosm.org.
Start of the fourth quarter, Buckman carries for the Divas on 1st and 10 and make that second down and gets the first down. Now it's 1st and 10. There you go. Start of the fourth quarter. Welcome back if you have been with us or you're just joining us. Pittsburgh Passion lead the Divas 42-21. Scott Jackson, Rick Duck Walker here with you as the Divas coming in after a loss to the Minnesota Lynx, now facing potentially another loss here tonight with the Passion, barring a miraculous comeback. Congialdi loading up, thrown across the middle. Howell with a great catch again.
Bingo.
She has been terrific tonight. Navia Howell, 1st and 10 to the 21 now of the Passion for the Divas. They need points in a hurry. As we're here in the fourth, clock's moving. So Congialdi with trips to her left. And the lone back is Buckman, who goes in motion now. Congialdi looking to the right side. Got Howell again. Howell catches it in traffic. Gets pulled down to the 4-yard line. 1st and goal to goal coming up for the Divas.
Yeah, great pass pro. They make it look so easy at times.
They really do. The pitching catches.
Yeah.
I mean, when Amanda's in the strike zone, she is tough. I mean, look at these. Just beautiful passes.
Yeah.
So 1st and goal here for the Divas, trying to chip away at this 22-point deficit, 3-score deficit.
Yeah, time is no longer their ally.
Not at all. So, again, Amanda's trying to get in the end zone again. She's already got 2 touchdown runs. Make it 3. Congialdi runs another one in. She's the red zone finisher tonight for the Divas, making it a 43-27 game. Let's see if they stay on the field for 2 or do they kick the extra point. Now they're going to go for 2 here. They're eventually going to need a 2-point conversion. Might as well try it now. So Congialdi. Would you try her again, Doc? I mean, she seems to be comfortable running the ball in the red zone.
Oh,
right?
Absolutely. She's a dual threat.
5 plays, 53 yards, and a 4-yard touchdown run. Took 2 minutes and 17
like
seconds. So Congialdi, 3 touchdown runs tonight. Here's the 2-point play coming up. And we've got illegal motion, or we have to burn it. The Divas had to burn a timeout. There was confusion. Oh, you hate to do that. I mean, time is not on your side right now.
Freebie they've given away.
Thank you to Beatty Management Company for today's game and broadcast partnership and for their support of the DC Divas. Beatty owns, operates, and develops neighborhood community shopping centers strategically located in the most desirable and productive markets throughout the greater Washington, D.C. and South Carolina markets. Thanks to Beatty. All right.
Wow.
So now, after the timeouts, the Divas had a burn. So believe that is 2 they've burned in this half already. Scoreboard clock is not updated on that, but it's 2 they had to burn. Burn 1 in the third quarter, and now 1 here. So you do still have the 2-minute timeout. And you see our score bug here has it right. Just 1 timeout left for the Divas.
You got a lot of time if you could just keep putting 7 in the end zone.
And they're trying to put 8 here, so 2 more trying to get it here. Out of the pistol is Congialdi, 2 backs to each side. Going to throw for it, gets batted down, incomplete. Wow. That play burned a timeout to see that happen. That's got to make a coach sick.
Yeah, well, he's already sick, so it just pushes you closer to the edge.
Yeah, so 16-point game. So now, yeah, you got 2 2-pointers to make it a 2-score game. Yeah, you're gonna need some assistance from the Passion here with 13:22 to go here in regulation. The Divas getting ready to kick it deep. I don't know. Squib kick it. What do? You try to do something here to get a possession back, steal a possession from him?
Yeah, I kick it as deep as possible and hope that my coverage team comes through.
The way Pittsburgh's been running the football, I don't know if I would call a pass play the rest of the day if I was the Passion, but we'll see. Just trying to go for a kill shot. So Christy Kelly will tee it up for the Divas, back deep. Once again is Malarski and Meister, 2 who teamed up earlier for a fake punt touchdown pass and catch. And Kelly now from the 35. Kelly will kick it high and deep. Meister will take it at the 22. Meister to the 25. Going far side of the field. He's got the 30. Gets pulled around, spun around, tackled at the 30, and thrown to the ground. Really good coverage from the Divas that
Excellent.
time.
That's what they needed. Every yard, you got to treat it like it's 2 yards.
Excellent coverage.
Now, can you get the ball back in 3 plays?
Lois Cook was down there, part of the group that stacked up Meister.
At the 32-yard line.
So 1st and 10 from the 32-yard line for the Passion. Can the Divas stuff the run? Been an issue tonight. And set the edge. Marcelina Chavez comes into the huddle. And as they break the huddle, we'll see who the backs are. You got Malarski, who's been tough to bring down tonight. And Johnson is the fullback out of the pistol. Chavez. Pitch out quickly. Malarski going to try the edge.
No,
that stiff arm.
Yeah.
30. Pushed out of bounds to the 35.
That was rude.
A little bit of,
That was rude.
yeah, with a little bit of not so nice hospitality there with Sharp, Jamaica Sharp. Country they call Sharp.
Yeah, that was good. But you had a chance here.
Revis had a chance.
You
That
make
stiff
that
arm.
play, then game of yards. This is just downright honorary.
Yeah, Sharp's like, get down.
Yeah.
So that was a pickup of, call it 3 yards. So second and 7. Again, the clock is the enemy right now. The Divas, in addition to the Passion, as it's moving, and they trail by 16. Would be 2 touchdowns and 2 successful 2-point plays. Chavez is going to go under center. Malarski, the deep back. Johnson, the fullback. Chavez is going to roll right. Oh, man, there's all kinds of space, and she's not even thinking about throwing it. First down and more, still on her feet. Pushed out at maybe the 47-yard line. So big run on a 2nd and 7 and moves the chains for the Passion.
And you know, in that defensive meeting room all week long, it's going to be, don't give up your outside shoulder. Keep her contained. Don't let her outside the box. And guess what? She's outside the box.
Yeah. I mean, they knew it coming in, and it's just not been able to execute it. They talked about it all week in the pregame, talking to some of the players before it. They were got to contain, set the edge. It has not happened. Chavez under center now, and again, they can take their time. Clock moving. Passion. Chavez looking to pitch it out to Malarski. Got the 45-50 inside to Divas territory and stacked up at the Divas 47-yard line. So good run there on 1st and 10.
Yeah.
Of about
it was good.
7 yards.
Defensively, not great. They need great. They're trailing.
So 7-yard pickup from Malarski.
It's second down for Pittsburgh.
And again, the Passion, the way they're running the football, why try anything else? Chavez just walks over the sideline every time to get the play.
Well, if I'm Pittsburgh, I'm in completely slow motion now.
Lisa Horton, who's the offensive coordinator, and also the assistant head coach or the
snapping
co-head
the ball
coach.
With 2 seconds to go.
Sure.
I mean, I'm totally in slow motion.
Yeah, they are doing a great job of the 4-minute, or in this case, the 11-minute offense. They're trying to burn this thing. Chavez under center. And she's going to keep it again, going left side. Jenkins, though, swallows her up. No. Coming up, Stevenson, and now being taken down back further even. Still won't go down, but Van Voorhees finally wrestles her down with some help. Wow.
Did they grab a face mask?
Hopefully not, because there is a flag over there. We'll see what the flag is for. That'll stop the clock at 10.5 to go. The Divas get a really good defensive stop on the run, but what is the call is the question. And trying to figure out what the flag is. Might be a horse collar on the Divas. I think it is right there. I think that was the horse collar initially when Jenkins got her up high, 98. I think that's what the initial call was. She let go, but it doesn't matter to the refs. Now they're calling a face mask. Sorry.
Personal foul, face mask against the Divas.
Oh, boy, that's tough. You had a really good play. It was a negative play. You would have backed them up for a long second day, and I'll put them behind the chains, but instead they are on your 34-yard line, 1st and 10. Clock now starting back up. And, boy, this would be a kill shot of all kill shots here if the Passion punch it in. So Chavez again over the sideline, getting the call from the offensive coordinator, co-head coach, Lisa Horton, who has called a really impressive game tonight. These Divas have been on their heels.
Yep, no doubt. Time is everything now. 9:50 to go. Before you know it, we'll be saying 4:25. I mean, that's what happens.
Well, not only do you need to tackle if you're the Divas, so you got to take the football away. I mean, you got to punch it out, script it, whatever you're going to do. I think Pittsburgh's going to burn a timeout. The Passion had burnt their first time out of the half. So with 9:46 to go, Pittsburgh with the 2-score lead, trying to really put this thing on ice.
Pittsburgh is enormous. I mean, God, can they put a uniform on her?
Local 26 has the best electricians in Washington, D.C., Maryland, and Virginia. Earn while you learn. Local 26 provides the highest quality technical training to its members. Their apprenticeship training and residential upgrade programs are top-notch, and no one can compete with their level of skilled craftsmanship that their journeymen bring to the job site. From the White House to the World War II Memorial to the National Stadium and the National Harbor. For more, browse their new website, and as always, build it Union be Union. All right, 9:46 to go. Coming out of the timeout, it'll be a 1st and 10 for the Passion after that face mask call on the Divas, and the ball sits at the 34-yard line of the Divas for the Passion. And again, up already by 2 scores. And not only 2 scores, but successful two-point plays, too, at 16. So the score here would send a lot of people to exits. Gibbs straight ahead is Paladin, and she's not going very far.
Yeah.
It's a good defensive stop there by Carrie Hall, who came flying in there. Pete as well.
Yeah, Carrie had bad intentions on that play, no doubt.
Brandy Pete, nice job as well. So, a no gain. 2nd and 10, but again, the clock's moving.
9:20. Pretty soon it'll be 5. I mean, we've been there. You know what's happening. Got to make a play.
So Chavez under center. Malarski's back in the game with Johnson as the fullback. Chavez keeps it herself, coming here to the near side, but being held back. Rebus digs her up. No, she breaks a tackle from Rebus, but then gets pulled down by the jersey. And a loss in the play of about 3, so really good defense of the Divas as Pete got her down finally after Rebus could.
3 could have been 13. Man, I tell you what, we talked about it from the open, man. She is competitive.
So 3rd and 13.
You don't want to win, don't lose.
She just lowered her shoulder. A great job by Pete to get a piece of that jersey without doing the horse collar.
Yeah, Chavez,
that's tough.
She's for real.
She is so strong. And she got under Rebus there and just shook that tackle off and almost got it back to the line of scrimmage. But good job by Pete to keep it to a loss. So here we go, 3rd and 13. And again, clock moving, 8:12, 8:10 now. Chavez will go under center. Again, Malarski is the deep back behind the fullback Johnson in this formation. And we got whistles and a flag. If they get a false start or delay game, which is it?
Delay.
Yeah, delay game. So that'll back up the Passion a little bit more. So that's a big help to the Divas, you would think. Problem is the Divas need to get the ball back and score quickly. Chavez, the same formation. Clock's moving. 7:50 left in regulation. Chavez going to roll out.
At the edge.
Will she throw it? No. She's
faking
the throw. Instead, she's going to run for it. She
the
might
edge.
get it. And she's going to get hit, pounded before she gets the first down at the 28-yard line. So big hit by the Divas prevents the first down. The Ching Johnson or Rebus that got her. Have another look at the replay.
Can't believe.
Boy, that was way too close. And they're going to go for it. It's 4th and 3.
That's the thing that's just mind-boggling.
She's like trying to tackle smoke.
No, she's different. That's all I'm going to say. She is different.
That was Stevenson, excuse me. Yeah. TJ Stevenson who laid the lumber there, number 2. But it's a 4th and 3. We've seen the Passion convert these in their sleep tonight.
Hell, at that point, anything under 5,
yeah,
I'm hard counting you. You might get them to jump.
True. 7 minutes left and clock is still moving. Divas absolutely, it's non-negotiable, have to get the ball back here. It looks like it is a direct snap to the backup quarterback, and now that is Malarski, who's going to get the first down and then keep going on her feet through some traffic. Does she get all the way through? No, inside the 10-yard line before she gets taken down right at the 9. 1st and goal to goal coming up for the Passion.
You could have suckered me into a bet on that. There's no way I would have believed that she would have picked that up without the magician in the game. That to me.
That was Emma Gurley, the backup quarterback who came in. And
nice block. You know what? Sometimes the other team's just better.
Yeah.
The execution on that by Pittsburgh was fantastic.
So Emma Gurley in the game. I guess after that hit Chavez took, she's been on the sideline, so she's getting looked at.
Better.
So Gurley, first and goal to goal, out of the pistol. Give to Paladin going left. Got a lot of room over there, and she's going to get all the way into the end zone. Touchdown, dagger for the Passion, and they're an extra point away from hitting the 50 mark.
Yeah,
so
and
5:54 left.
Yeah, if you love the game, you got to appreciate people that do it well. They do it well.
They are blocking.
Yeah, they are fundamental freaks.
Adjusting something.
And they pin you down, and they challenge you, and they just keep coming in layers.
So Johnson on for the extra point to try to make it 50 right now. That was an 8-play, 68-yard drive. Ended with that 9-yard Paladin touchdown run. Took 7 minutes and 28 seconds of that fourth quarter clock, too.
It was 12 minutes of clock. We looked at it.
They just grinded it.
Yeah, they did what good teams do. They choked the mess out of you. Yeah, and there's nothing you can do about it.
Since 1890, the Plumbers and Gas Fitters Local 5 have been committed to protecting the health of our nation's capital. They have made a commitment to their members and their community for over 100 years and will dedicate themselves to be there for their future generations.
Yeah, I'm glad I got to see it up close.
So 5:54 left, 50-27. Divas will get the ball here. 5:54 to go. You do have the 1 timeout left and the 2-minute timeout here, but obviously anything here is just kind of cosmetic at this point and looking towards next ball game for the Divas. But you got to be impressed with the way the Passion have come in here today and really just
they play with purpose,
dominated.
And they represent something bigger than themselves.
So they'll go to 3-0, and again, they're certainly the team with Boston out of the league this year. The team to beat. Here we go, and coming here to the near side, Ching Johnson. Stutter steps, fumbles the football. Oh, my goodness, jumps back on it. Couple issues with ball security tonight for her. Luckily, covered that one up. So from here, Doc, you're going to hate this. So from here, the Divas get a bye week, and then they come out of the bye and have to be at Pittsburgh on June 7th before wrapping up the season at Philly. That's our next broadcast on the 14th. Yeah. It's almost as bad as the Commander's schedule, playing the Eagles twice in 3 weeks at the end of the season.
Yeah. Wow.
So coming out of the huddle. Again, just 5:46 left here. Congialdi got a bunch, trips a bunch to her left. Quickly throws it over here to Kelly. Kelly waiting for some blockers, has some. Ooh, gets a tough hit on her right low. That one's going to hurt. See if she's down. I think she's going to be down for a minute. Gets out to the 34-yard line. Just a 5-yard pickup, but Kelly really took a tough shot.
Yeah, that's the one that'll knock the wind out of you.
Christy Kelly, they'll give her 6. But 5:31 to go. Kelly is.
Well, defensively,
hurt.
I mean, if you're Pittsburgh, you haven't been on the field in a month, so you are fresh. I mean,
right.
You can't wait to go out in attack mode.
And Kelly able to get up on her own. That's a good sign. All right, so 5:31 left. Divas have to get back on the ball here quickly. They should restart the clock here in a second. Yeah, once the refs mark it, they'll blow the whistle. Refs have a conversation on the other side of some of the Divas coaches. I don't know what that's about, but now we're pulling the whistle, so the clock is being wound. So in motion is Britt. Congialdi back to pass. Trying to load up. Throws a high pass, incomplete to Buckman.
Intended for number 13, Buckman, incomplete.
The third down coming up.
You said it's on the left side.
Caggione giving trips here to the near side. Buckman, the lone back, to her right. And she's looking here to the near side. Throws it to Blakey, who's got close to the chains. And, yeah, they're going to give her the first down at the 39-yard line. Divas, so that'll move the chains, and another first down for the Divas. Under 5 minutes, though, and the clock is moving.
Yeah, they're just teasing you now, making you think you're accomplishing something.
Buckman going in motion to the far side. Caggione spins it. Got a open Christy Kelly. Oh, incomplete.
Good throw, too.
Really good throw.
Nice pocket. And you just,
They hit one of those tonight, but, boy, they could have hit about 3 other ones like that.
She had no idea where the ball was coming.
No. Kelly has been open in those slot spots a bunch of times, but again, outside of the one, they have missed several. Either overthrows or wrong shoulders or drops. To Caggione, empty backfield, trying to load up here on 2nd and 10. Across the middle, tipped and almost picked off. Woo. That was Tara Grant, who dropped back in coverage, the defensive tackle. Excuse me, Grant's a linebacker. Was in coverage, and good play by her. So 3rd and 10 coming up.
A hard time seeing it.
Grant, a two-way player for this Passion team. Buckley goes in motion here in the near side. Caggione with a clean pocket. Now she's going to scramble to her right. Throws across the field to Buckman in her hands and incomplete. Dropped it. Oof. She knows it. So that's going to bring up a 4th down from their 40. The Divas. 4:17 to go.
Yeah, it's painful, man. Friends and family. When you got to sit through this, and you know that what they're capable of, and to see them fail or come up short, partly due to the opponent. The other part is just, mentally they've just let down.
Yeah, and again, in 2 weeks, you got to play up in Pittsburgh against the same Passion team. It's a lot to think about between now and then. Caggione on the 4th and 10, loading up, just going for everything. To Kelly, overthrown, incomplete, and that will turn it over on down. So we'll see the Passion offense once again in Divas territory with a 50-27 lead with 4:10 to go here. And all that's left is running out the clock at this point. I assume Emma Gurley is going to come back in the game. Back at quarterback once again, and it is Gurley.
So they calling off the dogs.
Okay. Well, I'll tell you what, though, I hope Chavez is okay because she did take a big hit.
Oh,
remember
right.
that? And then that's the last we saw of her because then Gurley came in and ran the 2 plays, one of which was a touchdown. But so Gurley will – no, just take that back. Chavez is back on the field. You're going to keep her out of the game. Let's go. I was about to check the sideline, but now we know she's all right. So she's under center, I formation. And the give straight ahead is to Smith. Smith getting her opportunity, makes the most of it. Whew. Easy 11-yard run right there, or make that a 9-yard run. They're going to spot her at the 31, so nice pickup on 1st and 10. And Ari Smith's your 3rd-string running back. She comes in and does that for you. Smith was averaging 6.5 per carry coming into the game. 3:30 to go. Clock's moving. Chavez will go under center once again. And once again, now this time we'll end it around to Bragg. Bragg's got the first down a little bit more, still on her feet, and taken down at the 21-yard line by the Divas. Jenkins once again upfield making the tackle.
Ahead for a Pittsburgh first down.
Jada Jenkins with the tackle, but not until after Bragg gets the first.
10-yard gain, first down for Pittsburgh.
Chavez with Smith as the deep back. Give to Johnson straight ahead, the fullback. She's going to get the 15 and get taken down there with 2:20 to go. And again, we'll come up with this 2-minute timeout here in a moment. See if the Passion just let it roll down. Tell you what, 2 weeks, Doc, you should take a lot of ice baths. Be ready to tackle when you go to Pittsburgh. Because this team, I mean, they're going to run you over otherwise.
Yeah, it's impressive. But I like to see the best teams, how they manage it. And everybody that can run, and they just better hope that whoever 65 is passing out that water, that she's not eligible. And yet this was so competitive. It was like rock'em sock'em until it wasn't.
Yeah. Yeah, Passion. That fake punt was big.
Oh, yeah.
That was a big one. And then, obviously the turnovers early by the Divas, too, did not help matters. And there's some untimely penalties here tonight, too. So a lot of things to clean up before the rematch up in Pittsburgh in 2 weeks. But the fundamental part of it is, they know what it was coming in, which was you had to set the edge, you had to be ready to stop the run, and did not do either one of those consistently. Here's the schedule upcoming again at Pittsburgh after the bye weekend for the Divas, and they're going to probably feel like they need it. Then Philly in here, who the Divas played in the opener and won rather handily in that one. So that'll be the final game. That'll be our next broadcast here in about 3 weeks from now. So Pittsburgh, meanwhile, before the Divas, they'll get the Inferno, who they beat in the opener, then the Divas, then Cincinnati to wrap up the season. But again, Pittsburgh will go to 3-0 with tonight's win. Divas will fall to 2-2. And here we go. Out of the timeout, 2 minutes to go. And Smith in there. Chavez on a 2nd and 5. Smith going left side. Got a little bit of running room, but taken down before she gets to the chains. It's about a 2-yard pickup. Bring up 3rd and 3. Good clock moving here. See what Jenkins has played. I mean, she hasn't given up. I mean, you've seen her downfield making tackles.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, 98's been everywhere for the Divas.
Yeah, they just had a couple of fundamental breakdowns. Will contain was one.
Yep.
And then tackling, pursuit, but they can clean it up.
So Chavez under center. And we'll end it around to Bragg. Bragg, no, breaks the tackle. Bragg still on her feet. Can she get the first down? No. Taken down before she gets to the 10. No, they're going to say move the chain. Sorry,
Jones.
just got it.
That was forceful.
She did get the first.
Yeah.
They do move the chains, but the clock keeps moving. 1:06 to go.
You're going to replay.
Oof.
Inside, Jazz Jones comes up.
Call it a chance. Oh, the stiff arm right there, but Stevenson stuck with it.
Yeah.
Good job by TJ. 53 to go. The Passion like they're going to stay in the I formation. Oh, no, Chavez is going to step back in the pistol here. It's 36 seconds to go. Chavez going to roll left. She's got the corner for another touchdown if she wants it. She gets stood up. No. Drives forward. Is she going to be just shy of the end zone, about the 1 yard line? Woo.
I mean, 50.
They're not
it's
stopping.
gotta mean something. You got to have some pride and say, my goodness.
8 yard run there. Will they put another play? We'll try to get another play off. It looks like they're trying to. They're trying to get one more off to get the 56. Tush pushing it straight ahead, and that's a score. Another touchdown for the Passion, and that'll be something. Show the Divas before the next one.
Yeah, man, that hurts.
So 56-27.
Wasn't enough. They needed to go 56 on you. Yeah.
And that is a score.
That doesn't make you honoring
on the last play of the game.
Honoring than a rattlesnake, then you don't have the right stuff in your veins. Wow.
I don't know if they make him kick the extra point or not. I mean, I guess they will, to answer my question.
57-27.
So, again, 2 weeks from now, these same two teams back up in Pittsburgh. There might have been a center sneak to finish it.
But you don't get the pleasure of doing road trips.
And here's the snap, and it's fumbled again, but they've had a few of these broken plays, and it's thrown down to the ground. Now the ball's loose, and that'll do it. So that's how it ends. Sure, there was some satisfaction there for the Divas. Finally making a hit there at the end, but that'll do it. 56-27 the final, as Pittsburgh comes in here and puts it on the DC Divas and is 3-0 on the season. And that'll do it for us here from Annandale High School. Want to thank our Linecar Media crew. Did a great job here tonight.
Amen.
With all those guys. Thanks to you, Doc Walker.
No, thanks to you, Scott Jackson.
And Rich Daniel and
Richard,
the folks at the DC Divas, as well as the Pittsburgh Passion for all their help. Teresa Kahn and her crew for giving us all the great info prior to the game. That'll do it here from Annandale. Once again, the final score, Pittsburgh 56, the Divas 27. Good night from Annandale. Till next time, we talk to you here on the Divas YouTube. Good night.
And now another contractor spotlight from IBEW Local 26.
Hi, my name is Joel Brown, President, Brown Electric Group, LLC. We are a proud signatory contractor of IBEW Local 26. IBEW Local 26, they provide my company with knowledgeable, skilled, talented, articulate electricians that I don't mind being the face of my company on service projects, commercial projects, larger projects, and oftentimes these electricians are exceeding the requirements of the owner and the client. It gives Brown Electric Group a leg up. You need knowledgeable, skilled electricians. I can go to IBEW Local 26 and get those guys that have gone through 5 years of school, men and women that are licensed. For a company such as myself that's trying to grow, I can't get that anywhere else.
To start growing your electrical business, go to IBEWLocal26.org and click Business Opportunities. IBEW Local 26, where electrical contractors come to grow.